Pat Miller from Whoa Whoa Radio. We'll talk to Pat coming up in the first intermission. Of course, tonight is the launch of Whoa Whoa Penny Pitch. And like you heard Pat say, all proceeds will go to cancer services. And that Penny Pitch was very special to Bob. He was actually one of the guys who founded it. And it was very, very close to Bob's heart. So please give to Whoa Whoa Penny Pitch this season, as Bob just would have loved this night. He would have loved everything that is going on, as the Komets wearing special jerseys here this year. This is the second annual Bomb Chase Memorial Game. So tonight, last year we had bobbleheads. This year we have jerseys, and I'm sure the tributes will continue throughout the years as we remember Bob here tonight. Very emotional night for me. Bob, of course, was a mentor and a great friend, and I'll try and keep it together here, folks. All right, the Nailers and the Komets. The Komets coming in off the win last night, overtime in Wheeling, a thrilling game. We've played these guys now 4 times, 3 of them going to overtime. The only time we didn't go to overtime, it was 7-3. The Komets beating up the Nailers on October 18th, but ever since then, it has been back and forth and 1-goal hockey games, and that's what the Komets seem to like here lately. And Robbie, we know that makes for an exciting game for us, but I know the coaching staff would like to have maybe 2-3 goal cushion going in the third period.
Exactly. This Wheeling team seems to go to overtime almost every other game. So, fortunately, the Komets have been pretty good against them in the overtime. And, you see a team 3 times in 3 nights or 4 nights. You get to know them pretty quickly, and that's exactly what's going on here. So, I don't know if any hard feelings have started up on these guys or they're scrapping or any of that stuff, but obviously it's a rivalry that's being created right now by just playing so many games early in the season.
Yeah, I'm sure these 2 teams are getting sick of each other, but they won't see each other a whole lot in the second half of the season. So
3 more times after
that's
this
right.
So they're spread out pretty good, too.
Komets and the Nailers. And again, the starters for the Komets. We have got Kyle Haas, Sean Sadlowski, and welcome back Matt Boudens, AJ Jenks, and Olivier Galipeau. Cole Kehler will be your goaltender again tonight. Komets have recalled Patrick Munson after Dylan Ferguson was sent back up to Chicago of the AHL before he played that game last night. So Patrick Munson, I expect him to make his Komet debut maybe sometime this weekend as the Komets play Saturday and Sunday. And here we go. It is hockey night in Fort Wayne. The puck comes along the near side and into the Komet zone. Quickly it goes back. Galipeau moving over to the far side. The Komets snaking up along the far boards. Backhander going to go all the way down. Jordan Ruby will give it a tap, and now he punches it into the corner. Cam Brown will take a wide turn on the right side, enters the neutral zone. Now played ahead. Here is Johnson. Johnson coming in on Kehler, and he just set it wide in that back in the corner. Katzenbergs will go up top of the blue line, and we have got our first penalty of the game. Cross-check will be the marker.
Go to the Komets, is it?
Let's see. Yes, it will.
Down the corner, the Komets coming back. Jinx is going to get it. 2 minutes for cross-check. He came back hard, took the man away, and in the corner there gave him a little extra bump. That creates the penalty. Face-off in the Komet zone.
So Jinx will go off, one of the best penalty killers. Komets 0 for 3 on the power play, 0 for 4 last night. Wheeling, they were 0 of 3.
Well, we want to keep them off the board early because they like to build a lead and then try to hold on to it. We don't want to get behind the 8 ball too quickly here. And
the Nailers, they are just 1 of 10 on the power play against the Komets this season in 4 previous meetings. Puck comes into the Nailers zone. Up along the near side, it's Johnson. And now we go all the way on the far side. Here's Droz. Droz with it. Plays it ahead off the skate of Brad Ross. And now sent back into
Petroselli in deep.
The Nailers zone. Here's Anthony Petroselli going behind the net. Petroselli on the far side, going into the corner. Petroselli here short-handed, and all goes all the way around the wall. Double teamed up here on the near side corner. And now it gets loose on the left wing, and it's Katzenbergs. Katzenbergs to center. He'll come across the line. Dangles across. Going to be poke checked all the way back into the Nailers zone. And going back for it is Steve Johnson for the Nailers. No score here. Just underway. The Komets are a man shy. AJ Jenks is in the box for cross-checking.
Still a minute on the power play.
Puck comes along the left side, and here is Almeida. Almeida coming across, and we'll move it over to Chris Brown. Brown is going to chuck it into the corner, but here's Kyle Haas. Haas along the far side, moves it along the wall, and here's Brady Shaw. Shaw gets around one defender. He's able to get it right back to the blue line, and now into Nailers territory. Up along the far boards. Nailers with the puck. They'll come across. Here's Almeida. Almeida on the right side. Dishes on the right. And now he'll go down low to Chris Brown. Nothing there. And now here is Sean St-Amant. St-Amant with
Sidlowski with him.
Coming
to the net.
Short-handed in front. Tipped by Sidlowski. And it just goes over the crossbar and out of play.
Yeah, bang, bang. Sidlowski just couldn't get the direction into the net. Went up and over it. Face-off will stay inside the Whalers zone.
Komets got a short-handed goal last night. That was their first goal of the night. Brett McKenzie got it. And the Komets almost got another one right there.
Yeah, they're not sitting back on it right now. They're opened up right away, keeping it going. 5-on-4. Whalers with the penalty. Nailers with the penalty.
Face off to the right of Jordan Ruby, the goaltender for Wheeling tonight. And Alan Łyszczarczyk will take the drop. Łyszczarczyk with 7 points against the Nailers this season. Komets still skating a man down for 27 more seconds. And the Nailers take the puck. Here is Steven Aller, Fort Wayne native, who will come right down the middle of the ice. Dishes off on the left side, banks it off the wall, and now back into the Komet zone. Here's Bryson Martin. Martin down there, comes along the far side. He angles it up top of the blue line. Steven Aller, eyeing a shot. He'll take it. It's blocked. And it gets along the far side to Sean Sidlowski. He will clear the zone out to the center line. Left side, and now punched into the the Komet zone.
All even. 5-on-5 again.
Jenks comes out, and now the Komets with the puck. No score. And the puck will come across the line. Galipeau lost it to Alec Butcher. Butcher on the far side. Now up top of the blue line. Ross will take a shot. Ruby the save, and it goes into the corner. Nailers with the puck back below the goal line. Here is Hirono. Now along the far boards it goes. It's Alec Butcher. Takes a big hit from Brad Ross. Komets come up with the puck. Off the wall. Bryson Martin can't keep it in. He'll back up, and he will wheel back to his own blue line. Quickly sends it ahead. Here's Brad Morrison. Morrison forward again. Coming across the line here. The Komets. It's Brad Ross on the right side. Here's a shot. Does not get through.
In front.
And now Morrison on the far side. Dips it down low to Łyszczarczyk, and it goes back into the corner. Ross up top of the blue line. Here is Gottlieb. Eyeing his shot. Goes to the high slot. His shot is blocked. And that will get out. Morrison going all the way back. Goes along the far side. Quickly ahead. Here is Ross up along the near wing. Ross now taking his time, waiting for the Komets to change. Ross will send it towards the net, but it was blocked by Butcher. And the Nailers back with it again. Here's Scarfo. Scarfo had a goal last night, as he will chuck it in to the Komet zone. Wheeled all the way up top, back on the far side, and now it's going to get loose into the Wheeling zone. Left side, here's Johnson. Johnson will skate with it. He'll get to the center line. Johnson now weaves through the D, comes across, and he lost the puck. Bouncing around, Komets pick it up, and it's going to be back out to the center line for Johnson. Quickly ahead he comes. Nailers coming across the line. It's poke check to side, and now back to Hirono for the Nailers. Quickly sends it over across rank, and the Komets standing up. The Nailers right at the blue line. Now they finally get it across, and it's offside. Great D there by the Komets. Really frustrating the Nailers at the blue line.
Good puck movement by both teams right now. Short, quick passes. Using a lot of the center zone right now, and both defenses standing up. 2 shots on goal by the Komets. None by the Nailer. Face-off will stay inside the Nailer zone. Jinx out there with Sidlowski.
Face-off will be to the right of Jordan Ruby.
Get it back.
And here's Jenks on the drop. Gets it to Sean Sidlowski, who just got caught up in his feet. And now it'll be cleared out. The Nailers will come across the line. Here is Cameron Heath, not in the lineup last night. He'll play it all the way around the far side. Now Droz with it, drops it off to Heath along the wall. Here's a shot that's going to be missed, and now back along the left side. Kratzenbergs goes back below the goal line for Cam Brown. Komets are there on D. Here's Matt Boudens. Boudens will float it forward. The Komets now. Sidlowski on the right side. He caught a stick right in the jaw area, and it's going to go back to A.J. Jenks. Up along the far side, played back into the Wheeling zone. And Steven Aller will drift back for the Nailers. 5 minutes has passed here in the first period. We got no score. Steven Aller on the right side flips it in. Komets will play it off the boards. And the Komets, Petrozelli will scoot across. Down the left side, floats it back to Petrozelli. And now taken away by Butcher. Now it comes in front of the net. The Komets couldn't get a stick on it. Now far side, Łyszczarczyk. His shot, it got through. Ruby pokes it aside, coming right in front, and Ruby is able to cover it up.
Yeah, Petrozelli in front of the net causing a lot of trouble with his hustle. Puck moving around pretty quickly, but Ruby was able to come out, grab onto it, and kill the play right there. Face-off will stay in the Nailers zone as the Komets with some pressure on the forechecking.
Face off to the right of Ruby. And Łyszczarczyk will take it. Register. It's going to be Łyszczarczyk. The Nailers have yet to register a shot on goal here tonight.
4 for the Komets.
And now the linesmen, they're going to kick out Łyszczarczyk.
Yeah. Petroselli will go in and take his spot. Łyszczarczyk having a few things to say, but he'll start over outside.
Petroselli will take the drop now. And with Butcher goes along the far side of the blue line. Max Gottlieb will ring it around the wall. Catching up to it is Petroselli back behind the net. Here's
looking for Morrison.
Now they'll give it to, it's going to go in front to Morrison. It's knocked away by Ruby. And now back the other way. Here's Scarfo for the Nailers coming across the line. Needs some help. He'll take a shot. Kehler will come out of the crease and he'll make the save.
Shot was up high off the shoulder. His first touch of the puck right there. Holds on, puts some face-off in the Komet zone. And that, they do not even credit the shot, so it was too high for him.
Face-off to the left of Cole Kehler. Kehler getting the win last night in his first ever start on the road for the Komets. Kehler comes up, top of the blue paint. Here's the drop. Kehler makes the save. Quick one. And he's going to let it go up along the near side wall. Now the Komets have got it. It is Phillips. Phillips ahead. Brady Shaw gives it a tap off the right skate. And now back into the Komet zone for Jason Binkley. Binkley over onto the far boards. No score in this one. Oh, pass intercepted. Almeida going to come across the line. He'll wrist one, but it's blocked. Bouncing puck in front. Kehler is able to nab it.
Yeah, it was a bouncing puck. He had to grab it quickly. Leave it bounce there too many times, and the Nailers were going to be right on top of it, but he jumped out on it, got the whistle.
And
we timeout.
We get a timeout. We'll step aside. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Hello, this is head coach Ben Boudreau. I'm the guy responsible when your Komets are in need of repair, new parts, or maybe just a quick inspection. When it comes to vehicles, I turn to the pros at Ace Radiator on Coliseum Boulevard in Fort Wayne. Ace Radiator has spent decades keeping Fort Wayne rolling with time-tested service and repair. Ace's certified technicians have more than 80 years of experience providing expert sales and service for radiators, heaters, coolers, and air conditioners. Sometimes you just have to make the call. 800-288-7964. That's Ace Radiator. 800-288-7964.
Facing an illness or injury that can't wait? Turn to ReadyMed. We're ready when your day doesn't go quite as planned, with convenient hours, 7 days a week. We offer after-hours appointments as well as x-ray and lab services in each of our convenient area locations. From minor accidents and injuries to fevers and flus, we're ready. To learn more, check wait times and save your spot in line. Visit ReadyMed.com. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency department as soon as possible.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Face off to the right of Cole Kehler coming out of the timeouts. We go up along the near side wall, and it's going to be cleared out of the zone. Komets rushing down. Here's Brady Shaw. Shaw with it. Man on his back. Comes in.
Right there,
he
rebound.
shoots Ruby with a save. What an effort by Brady Shaw.
Yeah, only had one hand on it. He drew the penalty, too. The Nailers are going to get caught for holding. And Brady Shaw went right to the net. He had the defenseman all over him. But the goaltender came out, helped out, got the whistle. But the power play goes to the Komets.
So the Komets going on their first power play of the game. And the Komets, who held down the top spots in the power play category there for a couple of weeks, have now fallen to fourth in the power play. They've got 20 goals, 4 and 86 advantages. So we got to make this one count here. 0 for 4 last night. The faceoff will be to the right of Ruby. Jenks will take the drop. Jenks and Cam Brown. Komets win it up top to the blue line. There's Gottlieb. Angles one over, a little too hot for Morrison. And it comes up to the blue line. Scarfo gets rid of it. Komets are able to poke it back into the Nailers zone. And back down low into the corner. Steven goes back underneath. Here is Matt Boudens. Boudens up along the far side. Peels it up top of the blue line. Gottlieb to Sedlowski. Top of the right circle. Sedlowski dropping it back. Gottlieb in the slot. Over. It's going to be tipped and out of play. Morrison was over on the far side, but his stick got in the way, and it goes into the seats.
Yeah, good heads-up defense by the Nailers, anticipating the pass going from the center to the winger on the outside, and they got the stick on it, deflected it into the crowd. That'll keep the face-off in the Nailer zone as the Komets change up their line.
Face off to the right of Ruby. Komets still on a power play here. We've got no score. 13:15 to go in the first.
McKenzie will take the draw.
St-Amant
again
comes up to the blue line, far side. Now it gets loose. Łyszczarczyk, nice hustle, keeps it in. Back on the far side. Cross-ring pass comes to the blue line. Here's St-Amant. Back over to Łyszczarczyk in the corner. Up top it comes to St-Amant. Now Galipeau over, drive, save made, rebound. Oh, St-Amant was there.
Bounced over his stick.
Yep, it was bouncing on him. Coming up to Galipeau. Galipeau back to St-Amant. Now to Galipeau again with a rip. Jordan Ruby, the save score.
Yep, they poked at it. Could be McKenzie was in front of the net there. The next shot came back from the point. The goaltender made the save. He lost, and he thought he had it under him. And the Komets poked at it, and it trickled in. Power play goal, Komets on the board.
McKenzie will get the goal. He got the first one last night. So McKenzie gets us going. Power play goal. And that will be number 4 on the season for McKenzie.
Yep.
And Ruby thought he had it under his pad, but a second effort there by McKenzie knocks it in. And it's 1-0 Komets. And now the Komets quickly looking for more. Come across the line sharply. Petruzzelli puts it out in front of the net, and where it's intercepted. And now the Nailers back with it again. Down the middle of the ice, they hit the lead man. Kratzenberg's coming in, a breakaway shot. He missed it high. And a bouncing puck in on the corner. Back behind the net, the Nailers with it. Shot. Now that goes wide off the stick of Kratzenberg's. Back on the far boards. Goes into the corner as Brown and Phillips, they tangle in the corner. It's going to get to Brad Ross. Ross up along the far side. Pumps it out to Morrison, and Morrison plays it off the glass all the way down. Petruzzelli couldn't quite get to it. And now the Nailers with it, with the Komets changing. Trap on the left side. The Nailers will get it across the line. Here is Bryson Martin. And offside. Yep, that'll be the call.
Yep. McKenzie gets the goal, his 4th of the season from St-Amant and Galipeau. The shot from the point from Galipeau. Lamont was in the middle of it, and McKenzie stood in front, got the rebound, and poked it through the pads. Power play goal.
Face off to the left of Jordan Ruby. 1-0 Komets.
Face-off stays in the Nailer zone. Jakes will be out there. Linesman down the far end of the ice picking up some pieces off the ice from a stick. So they had a little hesitation here.
Star Wars night coming up this Saturday against the Cincinnati Cyclones. 7:30 is the start time as the Cyclones make their first visit to Fort Wayne this year. As the Komets with an outside chance to grab first place as we finish up the month of November and getting into December, as the Komets will be against the Cyclones on Saturday night, and then we'll see Kalamazoo on Sunday. So a lot of points out there for the Fort Wayne Komets. Right now, Cincinnati sits with 27 points, the Komets with 22, but the Cyclones have played 19 games. The Komets have played 18. The Nailers 1 game behind the Fort Wayne Komets, and really holding all the cards is the Toledo Walleye. They've only played 15 games, and they sit in 4th place in the Central Division.
And the Kalamazoo game starts a six-game road trip for you guys, which a lot of busing going on then.
It'll be Tulsa, Kansas City, and 3 games in Idaho. Puck coming up to the blue line. Martin goes up along the near side, and it is Boudens. Backs it into the corner. And now below the goal line, pitched up along the far side. Here's Hawkins. Hawkins gets the puck clear of his zone, and now back into the Komet end is Bryson Martin. Martin will send it up along the near side, going to be tapped at and back into the Nailers zone. Steven Oller on the right side. He'll find the wall, and A.J. Jenks is there, and he pops it right back in to the Wheeling zone. Drifting back is Cameron Heath. Heath off the wall, bouncing puck again, and it's Scarfo. He's pitched off the play, and now A.J. Jenks will pick it back up. Jenks along the far side, and the Komets back up with it again. Screeching down the ice here is Martin. Hands it off on the far side, looking for Boudens. Boudens goes into the corner. And
a couple of bumps.
Boudens being met there by Hirono. And now up along the far side, kicked at to the blue line. Here's Galipeau with a drive. That doesn't get through. And back come the Nailers. Look out. They got a man. It's Almeida on the left side. Pass a little bit too hard for him, but it still enters the Komet zone. Brady Shaw on the far side takes the wide turn, and he'll feed it forward, but it's intercepted by Hirono, and Hirono is tripped, and the Komets are going to the box.
That's accidental. It could be Brady Shaw.
Yep, Shaw goes off.
Tripping, that'll be. This will be the second power play for the Wheeling Nailers, as face-off will stay just outside the blue line, or they'll take it back into the Komets now.
Tripping is the call on Brady Shaw, and we've got 10:46 to go here in the first period. Komets lead this one 1-0 on a power play goal from Brett McKenzie. Face off to the left of Kehler. Nailers only with 3 shots on goal tonight, and the puck goes into the corner. Brown up top of the blue line. And on to the far side, it'll be Steve Johnson going down low, centering play, and it's going to be misdirected by Kehler, and back up along the near side. Everybody up along that far boards, and now it gets loose, and now it comes into the neutral zone. Droz will go back for the Nailers. Droz takes a wide turn, gets past Brady Shaw, and now Kratzenbergs will pitch it into the Komet zone up along the near side, and it's going to be Kratzenbergs up top of the blue line. Johnson
to the point,
moving to his right, spins it up along to Droz. Droz cross rink pass, sauces it to Johnson, in down low, way center it, now back up top of the blue line. Here's Johnson with a shot. It is blocked. The Komets have got it, and the Komets on the near side, backhander into the zone by Brad Ross, and Ruby will come out. Ruby will stop it, and it's Johnson with the puck. And we've got 1:06 to go on the power play, and Johnson up along the left side will give it across the line. Here is Alec Butcher. Butcher got it poked away, bouncing puck on the far side, and now all the Komets with a big hit down there by Haas. Haas on the puck on the corner, plays it off the wall, coming to the blue line, and now Sean Sedlowski in a foot race. Sedlowski on the far side gets wrapped up with Hirono. Oh, borderline interference there on Hirono, but the referee will let it go, and now the Nailers still with the puck. Here is Hirono on the left side with 36 seconds to go in the power play. Dangles around, is able to get it to Hawkins. Hawkins across the line. It's going to roll down to Kehler, and Kehler will just put the leather on it, and he will get a whistle.
Got the whistle. Face-off will stay in the Komet zone. They get a chance to change up the defense, which they do, and one of the forwards will go too. So full line change for the Komets. Four men defending.
Still 28 seconds to go in the power play. Brady Shaw in the box.
Still haven't got a shot on the power play, I don't believe. So 8 shots to 3 right now by the Komets. A couple of blocked shots from the attempts, but Komets doing a good job defensively.
Puck comes up to the blue line. Hirono sends it over. Here is a shot, goes off the end wall, and out into the corner. Nailers still with it with 19 seconds to go on the power play. Pitched forward, intercepted. Here is Boudens with it. Boudens will come across the line on the left side. He'll wind up, blasts it wide. It's going to rim all the way out on the left side with 8 seconds to go in the power play, and the Komets possess the puck in their own zone. Boudens sends it back, and now McKenzie will receive the pass as the Komets.
All even, 5-on-5 again.
Pass comes ahead on the far boards, and it'll be snagged by Phillips. Phillips will give it to Binkley. Binkley up along the near side wall, sends it ahead on the far boards, and now it will be tapped up along the far side, and now moved quickly ahead, where it's a glove down at the center line. Łyszczarczyk couldn't come up with it, now coming across, and now it'll be Droz on the left side, picked off by the Komets. Off the boards, working hard up along that far side is Petrozelli, and now it gets loose to the center line. Back goes Trapp, and Trapp from his own line comes forward with it again. The Komets get a stick on it. It is Petrozelli wreaking havoc down there, but Droz will pick up the loose puck. Left side to Cam Brown. Brown now drags, takes a shot, it goes wide, and Brown will pick it back up. Brown drops it down low. Droz on that far post. He comes up with it, nothing there. He's got to come all the way out, takes a shot. Kehler with the easy stick save, and he will direct it into the corner. Up along the far side here in the Komet zone, Łyszczarczyk will get it out. 1-0 Komets. Here's a stretch pass into the Wheeling zone. On the far side, Morrison, he was tightly defended there. Now it's left to the center ice logo, and the Komets turn it back the other way. Into the corner. Siebenaller back there for the Nailers, and he spins it up along the far side. Komets get it to the center line. It'll be Morrison with it. Backhander over to Bryson Martin on the right wing. And the Komets start up fresh from their own zone. 1-0 Komets. Sidlowski coming across the line. He will get it up top. Sidlowski blast. And a save made.
Blocked a bit.
Goes up along the far side. Brad Ross catching up to it. And now Siebenoller back behind the net. Siebenoller onto the far side. We got something going on behind the play. And the two players separate. And the play will continue down to the Komet zone. Kehler will get it to Gottlieb. Gottlieb back to Martin. Martin looking for the man up along the far side. He has got him. It is Brad Ross. One man to beat. Ross coming in. He goes the far side. Backhander goes off the side of the cage.
Scrap at center.
And now we're going to drop him. We have got Titcomb dropping him for the Wheeling Nailers. And it is Sean Sidlowski squaring up with him. Sean Sidlowski with a right. Now Sid angling in on Titcomb, looking for the uppercut, and he dropped him, but Titcomb gains his feet. Now look at this right by Sidlowski, and down he goes.
Pretty good punch is thrown.
And Sean Sidlowski going to the bin. A great scrap there.
Yeah, they went at it pretty good. Two big guys. A couple of pretty good punches. You don't usually see them throw punches like that. Nobody grabbed on, so they just throwing haymakers at each other. Sidlowski got the best of it, and both of them, Sidlowski's in the box, and the Wheeling player is over at their bench right now. It's having a look at, so we'll see where we go from here.
6:47 to go in the first. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Titcomb. Sidlowski seems to want to go right now, doesn't he?
All right, the face-off will be to the right of Ruby.
Face-off will be in the Nailer zone. They play 5-on-5, so they both get 5 each for fighting.
1-0 Komets. And McKenzie will take the face-off. No, he won't. Brady Shaw now gets in there. Here's the drop, and we're going to go.
Another one.
Here we go. Two heavyweights, Drobos and Haas, right at the Naylor blue line. Look at Haas, gets right in there. Haas with the left. Drobot got a hold of him, returns with the right. Now Haas with another big one. Oh, look at these punches. Two heavyweights just duking it out, and they both go down to the ice.
That's a pretty good match right there. Both went at it. Both hit each other pretty good.
And Kyle Haas, oh, look at that. Haas was playing to the crowd, and Drobot decided to cheaply go after Haas and grab the back of his jersey and haul him down.
Well, Haas maybe get thrown out too.
Drobot.
Haas was playing to the crowd.
Oh.
And the Wheeling player didn't like it. He grabbed him from behind.
And Drobot, let's see what else he gets. That was a big-time tilt. That was two heavyweights going at each other. Haas trying to prove himself with the older Drobot and held his ground. But Drobot felt that I think he was being big-timed a little bit there by Haas.
Yeah.
And he was going to the bench. And Drobot decided to grab him and haul him down.
Well, he didn't throw a punch. That's a good thing about it. But he did grab him from behind. And I would think there's got to be a 10-minute on that.
Penalties 13 minutes, 15 seconds. Wheeling's 25 Drobot, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct, 5 minutes fighting. For the Komets, 25 Haas, 5 minutes fighting. Tyler penalties 13.
All right, he gets 2. He gets the extra 2.
Power play time for the Komets. And it is a Catalyst Fitness power play. Catalyst Fitness now with 3 Fort Wayne locations. All right, now it's time to make them pay. Face off to the right of Ruby. Komets 1-0.
We talked about 2 games, and this is the 3rd game in this week. So tempers do get flaring a little bit, and they're going at it pretty good right now. Komets ahead 1-0, though.
McKenzie will take the face-off. Now the Nailers trying to figure out who's going to be in the box.
Well, he gets 2 and 5, so there's only 6:45 in the game, in the period. So they send him to the dressing room. That'll cool everybody off so they don't come on the ice and try to get at each other.
Drobot, 30 years old, 6'4", 235. Kyle Hosko, 6'2", 195, and 5 years younger. Coming to the blue line, Komets with it on a power play. Sean St-Amant up top, Galipeau. Top of the circle, back over, now to Galipeau. Here's a drive and a save of Rubio right out of mid-air. And it goes wide of the net. Saw St-Amant on the right side. Up top, Galipeau with the blue line, moving it over. Now St-Amant on the right side. Here's a shot. That's going to be deflected
up and over.
And it's going to get out of play. Well, already first period, and this is a game that Bob Chase would have loved. A lot of great hits, some good scoring chances, and two great fights already here on Sweetwater Ice.
Yeah, he would have liked the excitement, and of course he would have liked the 1-goal lead we carry right now. Keep that up.
Face off to the left to Ruby. And McKenzie will take the face-off. Komets are on a power play for another 139.
Let's make use of it right now.
Tied up on the dot. Everybody got a skate on it. So now it gets loose to Shaw. Wrister! And it's blocked onto the far side. Łyszczarczyk up along the wall. Gives it a kick, trying to get it to the blue line, and he does. Gottlieb with it. Or it's Galipeau. He'll take a shot. Tip just wide. Going into the corner. St-Amant curls it up top to Galipeau. Wide open on the far side. Shaw looking for Łyszczarczyk down low, and he fans on it. Łyszczarczyk, top of the right circle. Over to St-Amant. Now up top, Galipeau. Moving it over on the far side. Coming in front. Komets couldn't get a shot off, but Galipeau still retains possession. Galipeau to Brady Shaw. Passes block. Shaw still on it. Angles over to Galipeau. Just going to get over the line. The Komets have got to regroup. Up along the far side. Komets have got it. They come across. St-Amant on the right side. Floats it down low. And now it's going to be poked aside. McKenzie, the intended target. Now Łyszczarczyk with a rip. Score!
And inside the net. Łyszczarczyk makes a great play. He saw the man at the side of the net. Quick snapshot on the ice, right on the Komets stick to redirect it in the net. Komets ahead 2-0 on the power play.
Brady Shaw will get that goal. Brady Shaw
14-32.
now with 9 points against the Nailers this season. 2-0 Komets, 5:28 to go. Period number 1. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Ready for a new apartment? You don't have to look far. St. Joe Place has everything you could ever want in an apartment complex. Internet, cable, washer, and dryer. It's all included in your monthly rent. There's also a basketball court, an outdoor grilling area, pool, and hot tub, and the list goes on and on. St. Joe Place is leasing 2- and 4-bedroom apartments and now offering 3 bedrooms. Living at St. Joe Place Apartments, you'll quickly realize how great the staff and apartments really are. Call 444-3000 or visit stjoeplace.com.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne on 1190 AM, 107.5 FM. Depend on it.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Komets lead it 2-0 on the scoreboard. And the Komets with the puck. Puck is going to go into the Nailers zone. Jordan Ruby's there. Plays it up along the near side. And now into the corner. A.J. Jenks looking to the blue line. Angles it down low into the corner. Łyszczarczyk on the puck. Łyszczarczyk down there into the corner. Got a man on him. There is Łyszczarczyk. Centers it. Trying to go to Jenks. And it's poked aside. And back it goes. Martin up along the far side. And the Komets with it. Going to be punched into the Nailers zone. Ruby goes back behind the net. And now it will be controlled by Alec Butcher. Butcher banks it off the wall looking for Almeida. A little too tall for him.
Be icing.
And this will be an icing. And the puck is going to come down. Face-off coming up in the Nailers zone.
Brady Shaw, his 7th goal of the season, power play. Łyszczarczyk with the assist. We'll see if there's another one given or not, but right now I've got one. Face off back into the Nailers zone. Komets ready to go. Łyszczarczyk out there to take the draw.
To the right of Ruby. And we have got Łyszczarczyk to take the drop. Under 5 to go here in the first period. It is 2-0 Komets. And Łyszczarczyk's going to get kicked out of the drop.
That's twice. They're picking on him tonight.
Ross now will take it. Ross stands in there with Butcher. And it goes into the corner up along the far side. Komets with the swipe. It comes in front, and Ruby is able to glove it down. And we get a timeout here tonight. The Komets lead it 2-0 here in period number 1. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find freight advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OmniBuy. 855-666-4289.
Union Labor has been building Chevy and GMC pickup trucks for over 80 years. The UAW has been dedicated to building quality trucks at the GM Fort Wayne Assembly Plant for over 30 years. Your friends and neighbors in the UAW work every day to bring those quality trucks to your favorite dealerships. Visit your local Chevy or GMC dealer and drive the union-made quality that makes buying a full-size pickup truck such a great value. GMC and Chevy full-size pickup trucks built by the hardworking men and women of UAW Local 2209. Thanks to the UAW.
You're listening to Comet Hockey.
Face off to the right of Ruby coming out of the timeout. Shane Albrownie and Robbie Irons with you here tonight. Bob Chase Memorial Game.
5-on-5.
And the Nailers with the puck. Kratzenbergs couldn't handle the pass. And now back it goes to Łyszczarczyk onto the far side. Pumped back in on Ruby. Gloves it down out of the air. He drops it. And the Nailers with it. Onto the near side. Kratzenbergs with it. Long pass. Going to be blocked by Phillips. And now Binkley, he'll snag it. And now onto the near boards. Coming up along the near side. Tapped at. Komets get it. Here is Łyszczarczyk with a nice move. Far side to Ross. Ross's shot is blocked. It goes in the corner. Now Łyszczarczyk going to try to go up to the point, but he got stripped of the puck. And now the Nailers got something cooking here in the neutral zone. Coming across Cam Brown. Phillips drops back on D. Takes him off the puck. And now it's tangled up down low. Kratzenberg's digging in after it. Goes into the corner. Here's Brad Ross, who gets bumped from behind.
Check from behind.
Yeah, no call. Here's a quick shot. It goes wide. And now onto the far side for Morrison. Morrison tries to go to Ross. Intercepted. But Morrison is able to get back, and he is able to take the puck away. And now back on the near side. McKenzie trying to get it off the stick of number 15, Cameron Heath. And now the puck goes back into the Comet end. Binkley on the far side. Cross-front pass. And now McKenzie with it. McKenzie goes all the way back into the Comet
zone. Some help.
And the backhander goes to Brady Shaw. Shaw now gets around Almeida into the neutral zone. Now he crosses the line. Here is Shaw. Sends it over on the far side to McKenzie. Now returns it to Shaw. Goes off of his skate. And the puck is going to be loose back behind the net. Nailers with it. Off the wall. Here's Steve Johnson. Now we'll go to Cameron Heath on the left wing. Heath will get it into the Comet zone. Back behind the net. Cole Kehler comes out. Backhander up along the far side. Here's Almeida. Almeida going into the corner. Here is McKenzie. Gets bumped from behind. But Galipeau is there. Oh, he lost it. Now on the far side, Alec Butcher still in the Comet zone. It comes up to the blue line. Siemenoller.
Stay on him.
Is able to reel it around. It goes back behind the nets. Hirono tried to center it. Galipeau got in the way. And now Brady Shaw.
Good play. Dump it out.
Sends it skyward and now back into the Nailers zone. On the far side, it's going to be tipped back into the Comet end. And here's Bryson Martin. Martin back behind the nets. Coming up on 2:30 to go in the period. Komets lead at 2-0. Played all the way in.
Icing.
Here is Boudens in after it. Boudens goes up along the wall. Here's Jenks. Jenks tries to center it. He is going to get it over to Petrozelli. Petrozelli on the far side. Petrozelli double team down there, but look at Petrozelli coming up top of the blue line. It is Gottlieb. Gottlieb with a nice little stutter step coming in. Here's a shot. On the save. And Petrozelli, so glad to have him back in a Comet uniform. What hustle up along the far side.
Yeah, creates a lot of hustle out there with his speed and his forechecking. And everybody follows suit. The pace of the game stays up when Petrozelli's on the lineup. Comet. Nailers look like they got himself a penalty out of the deal. No, still 5-on-5 was the guy that had the fighting. One of the fighting penalties was Sidlowski. Went back to the box.
Face off to the right of Ruby. Comes up top. Here's Gottlieb. Gottlieb cross-ring pass to Phillips. He takes a shot. It's gloved down, but it comes right in front. Loose, and it's Cam Heath up with it for the Nailers. Outlet pass going to Cam Brown. It's poke checked aside on the near boards, and now played all the way around the wall. Now up along the far side, here is Morrison. And Morrison in the corner. And now it's going to go back over on the far side to Gottlieb. Gottlieb gives it a look. He'll send it forward, and the Komets will skate freebie with it. It is Petrozelli going to put it in the corner. Chasing after it. Backhander around the wall, and now the Nailers up with it. On the left side, it's going to be stolen now back by Binkley. Binkley pitches it over on the far side. Komets coming across. He'll take a shot. It goes high.
Over the net.
And now back on the near boards. Nailers with it. Kratzenbergs drops it back to Trapp. And now Trapp being harassed by Boudens. It comes off the wall. And the Nailers are able to get it out. Galipeau, first one on the spot for the Komets, up along the far side, gets it to the neutral zone, and now it'll be Jason Binkley. He'll have a turn with it.
Last minute of the period.
Binkley drifts back, and now he sends it forward on the right side. It will be Morrison. Morrison
walking
cut
in
to the net, couldn't get a shot off, and now it goes into the corner. Back behind the net, Steve Johnson. Johnson, lead will come ahead, and now he crosses over the line. No, Almeida was offside, so Johnson has to hold up. Binkley now ties up the puck up along the wall, down to 36 seconds to go in the period, and the Komets with a turnover here. Here's Brad Ross looking for Morrison. It comes out to Ruby. He'll play it, and Ruby goes along the far side. Komets now back. It is Steve Johnson with it in his own zone, being harassed by Brady Shaw, and the Nailers with it on the far side. Back behind the net, Seaman-Aller peels it up over to Hawkins. Hawkins on the left wing, and Hawkins pops it up right in front.
Binkley.
Here's a shot and a save made. Oh, it was McKenzie.
Yeah, McKenzie intercepted it.
Clean steal right in front. Bad pass, and McKenzie was able to get a shot off, but Ruby with a nice save.
Plenty of time to do what he wanted. He elected to take the wrist shot, and the goaltender, Rudy, came up and made a pretty good save on it. So Komets' aggressive forechecking has created some mistakes. They haven't capitalized on those, but power play time is working tonight with a 2-0 lead.
We got 10 seconds to go in the period. Komets lead it 2-0. They have limited the Nailers to just 4 shots on goal tonight, and Komets with 13. Face-off goes the right of McKenzie. And goes into the corner. Up along the far side, it is Steve Johnson. Johnson takes it off the glass. Bouncing puck to Hawkins. Down to 2 seconds to go in the period. And the Komets will just take that lead into the dressing room. 2-0. Komets blanking the Nailers here tonight. And a good first period for the Komets. Now, both teams have played a lot of hockey in the last week. The Komets have played the Nailers 3 out of the last 3 games. And the Komets look awful fresh out there, even after that long bus ride.
Yeah, and they outshoot them 13-4 in the period. They outscore them 2 goals, both on power plays, and pretty well dominated the period by forechecking pretty well. So we'll see how long the gas tank stays full and works at it right now. A long trip last night, but it was for both teams. Both teams had to come from Wheeling, so they're right here under the same conditions. Komets have built up the 2-0 lead. They wanted to get off to a good start, which they have done.
And the Komets win leading after the first period of play, 6-0, 1-2. So the Komets like this fast start. It is 2-0. We are going to the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Right now, I'm holding a perfectly ice-cold Coors Light. You know how I know it's the perfect temperature? Because the mountain on the can is blue. And also, it's really cold. Every Coors Light is cold filtered, cold lagered, and cold packaged. Notice how many times I said cold? 3 times. It's that cold. So make sure the mountain on your can of Coors Light is blue, because that means it's ready to enjoy. 2019 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
If you've been beat up after a tough night on the ice or a hard day at the office, locally owned Mattress Warehouse could score you a quality sleep at a comfortable price. With brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Symbol, our experienced team will find you the comfort and support that will make you feel like a winner. Rush into one of our 3 Fort Wayne locations on North Coliseum Boulevard, Lima Road, or Illinois Road, or log on to mattresswarehousefw.com.
Mattress Warehouse. Sleep on it tonight.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
For all your insurance needs, visit Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Kaleidoscope Floors is giving you a chance to be a part of the Komets this season. Just visit Kaleidoscope Floors on Facebook or Twitter and say you want to be the next guest statistician of the game. Each winner will sit in the press box, keep stats, and be interviewed live on WoWo during the second intermission of each home game. It's all presented by Kaleidoscope Floors, now at their new larger location, 1610 West Cook Road. Contest open to kids 9 and older and must be accompanied by an adult. Sign up right now and be the next Kaleidoscope Floors guest statistician of the game.
Napa know-how. Why should you buy a 99-cent Napa bag? Because it's no ordinary bag. It can save you 20% on 3 or more items you can fit inside. Some call that magic. Others say it's the 8th wonder of the world. But whatever it is, it's the best way to save you 20% on brakes, filters, wipers, and more. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
We are back live here at the Coliseum. Shane Albarani with you here tonight. Komets lead at 2-0, and it is Thanksgiving night, which means it is the Bob Chase Memorial Game. We've all been sharing stories of Mr. Bob Chase, and I'm being joined now by Mr. Pat Miller from WoWo. Of course, you listen to Pat every weekday afternoon. And Pat, we talked a little bit on your show the other day, and we talked a little bit about Bob Chase. So let's start off with a good Bob story. What do you remember about Bob?
Well, I tell you, one of the greatest honors of my whole life. The two things that I love on the planet, outside of my family and my church, probably, are penny pitch and honor flight. And I'm pretty big on all those. I will tell you, one of the greatest honors for me ever was about 5 years ago when I was the guardian and I took Bob Chase on his honor flight.
Yes.
That was amazing. What was amazing is you can't understand what this is like until you're standing at the World War II Memorial. There are people there who've never been to Fort Wayne. And while you're talking, they're asking some people, so where's your honor flight from?
Yeah.
And they said, we're from Northeast Indiana. We're from Fort Wayne. And they go, oh, Fort Wayne, that's the Komets. I said, yeah, did you ever hear Bob Chase? And they're going, yeah. I go, that's him right here. And it was kind of amazing. But the guy just had a persona that was larger than life. And this week, in fact, the same night I talked to you, I got to talk to his daughter, Karen. And, of course, she and all the family are over there in the Pepsi suite tonight. And I was glad we were able to recognize them a little bit before the show and before the game tonight. But the character of Bob and Murph sure spilled down into the kids.
Absolutely.
And thoughts and prayers for Murph.
Yes.
Who she's still there in a home right now. Doesn't remember a lot.
Yeah.
Doesn't remember the kids more than she does remember the kids when they come to see them.
Yeah.
But with those two together, what a fabulous life.
Oh, they were a team. That's for sure. And Bob would often talk about he had to get home to see Murph.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then, of course, one of my best Bob stories also had to do with penny pitch, because we start penny pitch every year right here on Thanksgiving night on the ice, which we've now done. And some people came through. Some gave us their pennies. I had 20s, 50s thrown into the bucket tonight, so thank you, Fort Wayne, for that. But then a couple of weeks from tonight, on Friday, we'll be at Phil's One Stop, which is in the corner of State and Maple Crest, and they lower the price of gas 10 cents a gallon for the 3 hours that we're there for the program. So the idea is people come by, hey, what you saved in gas, throw it in the bucket. One year, and I'm inside the station because I'm actually doing my show, so the big plate glass that faces the pumps is behind me. Weather was bad that day, and all at once I see all the WoWo people coming into the building, and they're shivering and shaking off the snow, and all at once I realize I don't see Bob, and I turn around and I look out at the pumps. I couldn't see the pumps. The snow is coming down sideways. All I could see was his cowboy hat going from pump to pump, and I'm like, you guys, look, if Bob Chase can be out there pumping gas in this stuff, get your butts out there.
Right,
and they did. But Bob, he was just like all of us. He was flesh and blood. He had his faults, but man, what an incredible giant of a person.
And he was just a different breed, like you said, out there pumping gas and in the snow. And Bob was so good to me, and I could just go. I blubber on and on and on. And this night is always very emotional. Try and keep it together. You know, it's a rough night for me. But going back to Karen, Karen Bob's daughter, she listens to every game out in Colorado. Yep. And after a game, after it's been very exciting, I'll get a text message from Karen saying she was listening, or how excited she was, and how she couldn't believe it, and how much she still remains a Komet fan after all these years. And it's just amazing.
Well, I would say just the other day when I had you on the air, and then about a half an hour later she was on the air.
Yeah.
And I had the privilege of having her in the studio. She made it out of the mess that was at the airport in Denver with all the snow and the 60-mile-an-hour winds, and got here. It was supposed to be a 20-minute interview, and I think we went almost an hour.
Oh, that's not surprising.
But it's like I couldn't let it go. She couldn't let it go.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, impeachment. I'll talk about it tomorrow. You know,
right?
I mean, you can only run that stuff so long.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're sitting there with her, and she talked about things like, you know, you don't know what you meant to my dad, and I'm sitting there thinking, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You know, but he was just the genuine article. When I came out on the carpet a while ago, when they said I was coming out to talk about Bob Chase, the place exploded, and it wasn't about me. It was about Bob Chase.
Yeah.
So I'll suck off his stuff. And can I do one more quick story?
Go ahead.
I was sitting right here. Okay, it was the night that they were reopening the Coliseum.
Yes.
After we had raised the roof.
2002. Yeah.
And we had decided, I think it was a Saturday, we decided to do a special program that day on the raising of the roof. And they had a red carpet that came out from that side there that came out all the way out to middle ice. And they were bringing out previous players, previous coaches, you know, previous mayors, yawn. You know, I mean, they did all that. I'm sitting up here and I'm commenting little by little as they're doing it, but we're also picking up the house sound so everybody knew what was going on. When they started doing the announcement for Bob, you could tell about 15 words in it was going to be Bob Chase.
Yeah.
The police started to pulsate and erupt. People were standing. You couldn't even hear the end of the introduction.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just amazing.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting right here watching him, and he had that little aw shucks, you know, in his walk and everything. And I thought, I don't even think I realize who my friend is.
Right.
I don't even think I grasp everything that he is.
Yeah.
You know, because, I mean, you go up and down the East Coast, you meet somebody that's 70 years old. Back in the day when Wowo and our signal night, they go, you're from Fort Wayne?
Yeah.
That's Bob Chase. That's Komets, right? And you're like, yeah, he's kind of a deal.
And the thing about, another thing I like to explain about Bob that a lot of people don't know is that, of course, he was known for Comet hockey, but back in the day, WoWo was a music station. It was a top 40 station.
Yep.
And there are people, the first time they heard the Beatles was the first time Bob Chase introduced the Beatles. And that's another thing that you don't realize.
He did the first radio interview of Elvis.
Exactly.
Yeah. In fact, he did it in this building.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty amazing. One of the things that Bob loved, you know, more than life was the Komets. He loved WoWo and Fort Wayne area people, and he loved penny pitch. I mean, you know, we are a radio station now where we're 94 years old, and I feel the ache in my back every day. But this is the 72nd year of penny pitch.
Yes.
Show me anything that lasts that long.
Right,
you know?
right.
But Bob was so deeply invested in it, and just so people know that are listening, and thank you for giving me time tonight to talk. Cancer Services of Northeast Indiana, what we're doing, there's 1,100 families we want to help this year, and these are families that have some serious needs, that have children that have cancer. So this is going to be just an incredible penny pitch year. So like I told the crowd tonight, get ready, because I'm coming for your money. But it was just incredible. But when you can take penny pitch and all that means to Fort Wayne, the benevolent heart of the people in this area, a great cause like Cancer Services of Northeast Indiana, and then you marry all that together on a night where you're honoring, I'm going to just say it, the largest broadcast legend in all of hockey, anywhere.
Yeah.
When you put all that together, man, what a night this is.
That's right. Fantastic. And we've talked about this, Pat, that, you know, WoWo 94 years, Bob Chase was WoWo, and somehow two schlubs like us are part of that history.
I have no business here. Okay?
Neither one of us.
I'm not a radio guy, I'm a hack. but you know, and when Bob would come into the studio, like if I was doing the show on an afternoon, and he'd be in the building in the afternoon for some reason, I'd see him go by the studio window, and I'm like, oh, Bob's in the building. As soon as my light went off and he knew I went on the air, he'd kick that door open and he'd go, hey. You know, and he told me, he goes, you're the best guy on the air, and all, you know, I was. After I took him on the honor flight, he came up to me one day and he said, you're one of the greatest friends I have. Nobody's ever done anything like that for me. And it floored me. I mean, it just brought me to the end of myself. So I'm pretty sure that I know where Bob is, and I'm pretty sure that I know He's watching hockey from up there.
Yep,
and
he's in the building tonight.
They have great cable, by the way, up there. But yeah, you get some guys that are. I mean, you're a highly talented broadcaster. I couldn't do what you do, especially from this height. I can barely see the ice from here. But to do what you do, for me to have the opportunity that I have to crack open the mic, to speak, debate, sometimes argue, and all that with people of Fort Wayne and all of Northeast Indiana, it's a great honor. But sometimes I sit there, like when I was watching the opening video about Bob tonight, and I saw Bob at that Whoa mic.
Yeah.
He was sitting at the very spot where I sit when I do the show. It choked me up a little bit. I mean, it really did. It absolutely choked me up.
You can't. And even during the open here tonight, I mean, as much as I prepare for it, I still, I had a little hesitation. I had to bring it all back in. But
there are some things that if they don't get to you, you're not a real person, and that's not really blood flowing through you.
Yeah.
The flag, a small child who's lost a parent, a group of young people coming out and singing the national anthem. That stuff gets to you.
Yeah.
When you start seeing something like the life of somebody like Bob Chase played before you, if that doesn't touch you just a little bit, you're probably not totally human.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you, Pat, for coming up here. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
And you know what? This spot is always open for you, sir. When you're ever in the building, you come on up and we can talk penny pitch or whatever you want, because you want to get away from all the political stuff. Come up here
have no
and
idea.
just talk about anything.
Well, listen. I was down there at the start of the game, so in the first period we're up 2-0. So I'm handing 2-0 over to you. So you've got to carry.
I got to carry it in.
Okay?
That's right.
I appreciate you, my friend.
Pat Miller. We're going to take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on Whoa.
Let me tell you a thing or two about the people who don't compromise. They love Pepsi Zero Sugar. Why? Because it's got all the flavor and zero the sugar. How's that for not compromising? They're the sort of person that likes surf with their turf. And the drink with their feast? Yeah, they have a Pepsi Zero Sugar. The person who doesn't compromise loves a good golden doodle. All the golden retriever goodness with just a hint of doodle. And when they're bringing said golden doodle for a walk, they bring a Pepsi Zero Sugar. Pepsi Zero Sugar. All the flavor, zero the sugar.
At the Parkview Heart Institute, we believe each new day is another chance to rise up and raise the level of heart care in this region. That's why we're proud to announce our affiliation with Cleveland Clinic's Heart and Vascular Institute, ranked #1 in the nation for heart care since 1995 by U.S. News and World Report. Through this elite affiliation, Parkview physicians can now collaborate with the experts at Cleveland Clinic's Heart and Vascular Institute. We also have access to the latest technologies and techniques being used at Cleveland Clinic, so we can serve you even better. Best of all, when you choose Parkview, you'll continue to have access to clinical research trials and the latest cardiac innovations through our 14 specialty clinics. The Parkview Heart Institute and Cleveland Clinic's Heart and Vascular Institute. Two respected leaders, stronger together. Parkview, we believe in better.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, where our score is 2-0. Komets with the lead. Brett McKenzie got a goal at 7:15, his 4th of the season. Galipeau and St-Amant the assist, and it was on the power play. Brady Shaw, 7th of the season at 14:32. Łyszczarczyk and McKenzie helped him out. That 2 was on the power play, and that power play magic is back here tonight at 2 for 2 tonight. Nailers are 0 of 2 on the power play. Jordan Ruby, the starting goaltender for the Nailers, 11 saves in that first period. Cole Kehler had an easy night, 4 of 4 there in the first period. It has been a good one. Komets lead it 2-0. We're going to take another break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on Whoa.
Hi, this is Dr. Roger Pacino. Well, it's that time of year again. Soon the holidays will be upon us and winter's right around the corner. If you have dental insurance, now is the time to use those benefits before they expire. We know insurance can be confusing, so at Afdent, we make things simple and easy. We accept most insurance plans and work with them to get you the best benefits we can. Our team will actually listen to what you are looking for, explain benefit coverage in detail, and discuss treatment options to fit your budget. For those of you without dental insurance, we're here to help. We have many different payment plans available, some as low as $80 per month and 0% interest for those who qualify. That's less than 1 pumpkin spice latte a day. So why not use those benefits before they disappear? Call Afdent across from the Coliseum on Parnell at 482-8386 or visit our website at afdent.com.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the winning values you've been looking for on all the new 2020 models, starting at only $34,000. Check out the all-new 2020 Jeep Gladiator, the only open-air pickup truck, or change lines to the Power Top, now available for the first time ever on Jeep Wrangler. The all-new 2020 Ram 1500 pickup with best-in-class fuel economy, with more power and guts than any other truck on the market. With its striking design and powerful standard engine, this is one tough truck. For all your everyday work needs, we also have an awesome selection of our new line of commercial Pro Master vans. Come see the complete lineup of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all in one place. Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is proud to support the Komets and our community for over 40 years. Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online at o'danielauto.com.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Comet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
Sports fans, Bet Indiana News has got you covered. Football, basketball, baseball, and more. Bet Indiana News is the sharpest source for the latest sports betting news from across the country and around the state. And always with an eye on the action, the favorites, the underdogs, the sharp money, and more. It's where you'll find all the sports betting info you want, all at one site. Visit BetIndianaNews.com today.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at it here at the Coliseum. Shane Alberani and Robbie Irons with you here. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Komets lead this one 2-0 as we're going to the second period of play here tonight. Komets using the strength of two power play goals, one from Brett McKenzie, the other from Brady Shaw, to take the lead here tonight. The Komets always solid when they score first.
A couple scraps during the first period. You got the crowd into it pretty excited, and we'll see if anything come back of it, see if there's a rematch or anything in the second period. But at this point, with a 2-0 lead, the Komets got to worry about the second period and getting a couple of goals and working off of that 2-goal lead they have right now.
Face-off coming out to center ice as we start up the second period here tonight at the Coliseum. And we're going to get A.J. Jenks in there for the Komets.
Sidlowski back on the ice after his scrap in the first period.
Cam Brown kicks it out, and now it's going to go into the near side here in the Komet zone, back below the goal line. And the Nailers have got it. They come to the blue line. Here's a shot, and a save by Kehler right into the glove.
Yeah, you would expect the Nailers to come out shooting the puck. They only got 4 shots in that first period, so they've got to build some shots on goal to get themselves back in this game. But Komets with their forechecking, making it tough on them. Face-off stays in the Komet zone.
Jenks will take the drop with Droz, and Jenks wins it cleanly. To Haas, left side, Galipeau. He'll move it forward. Oh, that's going to go all the way through, so no, that's going to be an icing on the Komets.
Yeah, Sean Sidlowski cut to the center. The defenseman thought he was going to go wide. The pass went wide, forcing the icing call back into the Komet zone for a face-off. Jenks will take the draw again.
And that is a Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique icing call. Never settle for just one scoop at Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique on DuPont Road. Face on to the left, Cole Kehler. Drop goes down to Olivier Galipeau. He'll poke it up along the left side. It's going to come out to center ice where the Nailers have it. Backhander is going to be played forward. Bouncing puck goes to Boudens, and now back into the Komet zone. Kehler will grab it off the back wall to Haas, now on the far side. And the Nailers have got it. They play it up along the near boards, and it's going to be grabbed by the Komets and pushed all the way in. On the far side, Kratzenbergs quickly moves it forward to Scarfo. Now Hirono on the right side. Hirono will put it in the corner. And Galipeau back down there for the Komets. On to the left wing. Here's Haas. He'll lumber forward. And now he'll punch it back into the wheeling zone. Into the corner, back behind the nets. Now it's a loose back below there, and now the Nailers pick up the loose puck. Scarfo on the near side.
The icing again.
Yep, an icing that time on the Nailers. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on Whoa.
This is Komets head coach Ben Boudreau inviting everyone to Texas Roadhouse before every Komets home game. Wear your favorite Komets jersey and get a free cactus blossom. And you can even sit in the famous Komets Corner. Texas Roadhouse is the home of award-winning steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, and unbelievable fresh-baked bread. Of course, Texas Roadhouse has plenty of ice-cold beer and legendary margaritas. Get to Texas Roadhouse with your Komets jersey before every Komets home game and get a free cactus blossom. Texas Roadhouse on Washington Center Road.
This is Comet Hockey.
Here's Bryson Martin with a drive, and it is blocked. McKenzie now trying to go up to the far point, and that's intercepted. Hirono up along the far side. He dribbles the puck, takes a shot. Kehler makes the save. And now it will be Gottlieb with it. Gottlieb on the right side. He'll come across the line. Gottlieb onto the far boards, and now getting back into the zone. It's taken away by the Nailers back behind the net.
Yeah, going to be holding.
Yep. And the Komets are going to go to the box. I think it's going to be Gottlieb. So, the Komets will skate a man down for the third time here tonight.
Yeah, Gottlieb got in there. He got his hand wrapped around the puck carrier and gave him a little tug, just enough for holding. Faceoff will come outside, back into the Komet zone. Third power play for Wheeling. They haven't done much on them. Komets have protected pretty well, but this is their first one for the second period.
Komets 316 penalty minutes coming into tonight's game, and with a couple of fighting majors, and now this is the third minor. We're going to add to that total. Just Kalamazoo and Worcester, they have more. Here is a shot to start off this power play for the Nailers. It goes wide of the net, and now back underneath. The Komets desperately trying to clear it out. They cannot. Up along the far side, and it's Hawkins. Hawkins going into the corner. Back below the goal line, it is Brown. Brown misfired on it, and he goes back over to Hawkins. Now Hirono, right side, takes a shot. He snaps it wide, and it goes up top to the blue line. Almeida can't bring down the pass. Komets cannot clear it, however. Here's Ross on the near side, or that's Phillips, rather. Phillips and Hirono, they battle all the way, wheeled up along the far boards. Here's Hawkins. Hawkins dribbles around. He goes underneath, back below the goal line. Saucers it to Hirono on the right boards, into the corner. Here's Hawkins. Hawkins centers it, knocked away by Kehler, and the Komets have got it.
Good interception by Kehler.
Brad Ross will come across the line. He'll feather it in. Ross will chase after it. They let him go right by. Ross going in the corner here, shorthanded. Ross pins that up against the boards.
You got Petroselli up there now looking for the loose puck.
And it goes to the Nailers on the far side. They'll play it over Kratzenbergs. Kratzenbergs with it. And Kratzenbergs will come across the line. And now back into the Nailers zone, as I think the Komets got away with too many men on the ice there. Kehler will send it up along the far board. Kratzenbergs can't handle it. Now it is Boudens with it. Boudens on the right side. The Komets got a 3-on-2. Boudens up along the far boards. Ran into Johnson. Johnson got it off of his stick. And 23 seconds to go on the power play. And the Komets here shorthanded. Galipeau has got the puck. Galipeau moves it forward all the way down, and it will be jabbed at by Ruby.
10 seconds in the power play.
And the Komet penalty killer is doing a nice job here tonight. We've got 7 seconds to go on this man advantage for the Nailers. And they'll come across the line. It will be Almeida. Almeida ran into a couple of
Dump
Komets.
it out. You got a man.
And it was Gottlieb coming off to the bench from the penalty box. And Boudens tried to get it to him, but realized Gottlieb had to get off, and that'll result in an icing call.
Yep. No line change for the Komets. Face-off will come back into the Komet zone, but we're back to 5-on-5. Penalty is over. We did a good job killing it off. They only get credit for one shot on goal in that power play session. 16 minutes to go in the second period.
Face-off will be to the left to Kehler. And here is Boudens up top to the blue line. Trap, eyeing a shot. He'll take it. And a save made for Kehler right off the blocker. Into the corner. Here is Hirono with a man on his back. Goes on to the near side, and it's going to go loose up along the far boards. And Cam Heath gets there for the Nailers. Takes a wide turn. He will grab his own blue line. Couple on the near side. Chucks it into the Komet end. And here is Jason Binkley with it.
Oh, he lost it. Binkley
coming in, and now it's going to go back behind the nets. It was Chris Brown with a clear path to Kehler, and he missed it. Finkley goes back below the goal line, takes it off the wall, and he clears it out. Trapp going all the way back. Trapp moves it forward. Now here onto the near side. They send it forward off the wall. This should be an icy. No, Keeler's going to play it. And over to the far boards, Brady Shaw gives it a chop, and it's going to get right back into the Comet zone. Here's Phillips with Hirono on his back. Up along the far side, Almeida will keep it in. Almeida trying to get around McKenzie, and does. He centers it. Kehler with the left leg, and he sticks it aside. Big save there by Kehler.
It's a little sloppy, not making the right passes now.
Now here's St-Amant to McKenzie.
Short, quick passes, guys.
McKenzie coming across. We're skating 5-on-5 here. Comets lead it 2-0 here in the second period. McKenzie spins off some pressure, goes along the far side, gets it to Morrison. Nothing there, and the Nailers have got the puck. Hawkins on the near side, plays it all the way underneath the scoreboard here at the Coliseum. It bounces back to Łyszczarczyk. Komets quickly ahead. It'll be off the stick of Petruzzelli. Ruby will have to come out and play it, and Ruby sends it along the far side. Off the wall. It is going to be the Nailers with it. It's Butcher along the far side.
Play the body on him.
Goes into the corner. Butcher getting ridden off the play by Łyszczarczyk, and the Komets come up with the puck. Łyszczarczyk on the left side. It's going to bounce forward, and now the Nailers go back in their own zone. 6 minutes passed here in the second period. Komets still own the lead at 2-0. On to the near boards. Chucked all the way around, back behind the net. The Nailers work it now below the goal line. It's Hawkins to Scarfo. Right dot, taking a shot. It's blocked, and it comes out all the way to the neutral zone. Cam Heath to Siemenoller. Being pursued by Brad Morrison, and now it comes along the near side. It's going to be tipped and back into the Comet zone. Gottlieb has got it for the Komets. Gottlieb, lost the handle on it for a moment right in front of the net. That could have been a bad situation, but now Gottlieb gets it back. Komets right down the middle of the ice here. Sean Sadlowski couldn't get a shot off. And now transitioning down the ice, it's Kratzenbergs into the corner. It is Haas. Haas on the near side. Trying to go up along the wall, and he does to the blue line. Here's a shot. It goes wide, and now it will be Cam Brown. Brown in the corner working it for the Nailers. Centers it. Shot. Does not get through. It's blocked, and now Sean Sadlowski picks it up on the right side. Sadlowski will get it into the Nailers zone, but not very far. Now it's poked away by Jenks, and now the Nailers have got to retreat back into their own end. Quick moving period here. Period number 2 at the Coliseum. 2-0 Komets. And Siemenoller will get it into the Comet zone. Down it goes. Here's Haas with it. Haas up along the far side. Haas now gets tangled up with Kratzenbergs. And now Sean Sadlowski up along the wall. Sadlowski and Cam Brown, they wrestle around. And Jenks is able to get it into neutral territory, where then it is grabbed by the Nailers and now back in up along the near side. Here's a shot. Save made by Kehler. Could not control the rebound. Comes up top of the blue line. And here's Almeida with a wrister. That one is going to change directions, and a save made by Kehler.
Need a whistle. Get that line changed up again.
And we will take a break. Komets lead at 2-0. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Trust the doctors at IPFW Athletics and the Fort Wayne Komets Trust. Aaron Chiropractic is well known for providing quality yet cost-effective care for sports injuries, muscle, and joint problems. They're one of the only clinics in the region to provide its patients with pain relief utilizing numerous therapies, including acupuncture, massage, and rehabilitation. Aaron Chiropractic is conveniently located in Northeast Fort Wayne. Find us on the web at aaronchiro.com or call 492-8811 to schedule an appointment.
Morning, Dave.
Morning.
50 cent hash brown. 50 cent hash brown.
Is that your phone?
Yeah, I have an alert for when something big happens in the world of hash browns.
Really?
Yeah. It says here, Tim Hortons hash browns are now just 50 cents.
50 cents? Oh, I'm getting one with my sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Good idea.
Hash browns, hash browns, hash
That's a backup alarm, just in case.
Smart.
Alert! Crispy golden hash browns are now just 50 cents at Tim Hortons. For a limited time at participating Tim Hortons restaurants.
Tim Hortons!
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
Komets lead this one 2-0 here in the second period. And the Nailers, they come out firing. The Komets have yet to get a shot on goal here in the second period. Face-off will be to the left of Kehler in the Comet zone. Going to go off the glass and out. And on the left side, St-Amant will carry it across. Needs a little bit of help. He's got Shaw. Shaw left side shot. Save made. Oh, the Komets on a wide up in net. They couldn't put it in. Now the Komets wristed into the corner. Up top, it comes to Shaw. Shaw moves it over far side. Binkley with a rip. That is tipped wide. Back behind the net. Now the Komets got a little spring to their step here. To the blue line. Phillips now angling. His shot is going to be blocked by Ruby. They put it right out in front again, and the Komets up with it. Far side. Here's another shot. It is blocked. Binkley there at the blue line trying to hang on to it. And it goes back to Phillips. Phillips all the way back into the Komet zone. Now it will be Binkley going to go off the wall. Now Brady Shaw trying to get it to St-Amant. And his pass was blocked. Komets working it up along the far side. And now the Komets try to get it to McKenzie, and they do. Up along the left side. Up top of the blue line. Gottlieb's pass. It is blocked. Gottlieb trying to hang on to it desperately. Right at the blue line. And look at Gottlieb coming up with it. Gottlieb to McKenzie. McKenzie far side. Trying to go to Morrison in front. And it was hacked away by Hirono. Into the corner. Morrison with it again. Morrison up along the near side. Morrison to the blue line. Angles it over, but it's intercepted. Turnover time. And now the Nailers with it. It'll be feathered all the way in, and it goes into the corner. Up along to the far side. And it gets to Morrison. Morrison with it on the right wing. It's got Brad Ross with him. He chooses to throw it in, and Ross will chase after it, but Siebenthaler gets there first. Up along the near side to the blue line. It'll be Haas on the left side to Petrozelli. Shot! It goes straight above the crossbar. And now Ross up with it. Up to the blue line. Komets hang on to it. Here's Haas on the near side point. Haas now looking for someone. He is going to backhand it. It's going to go deep into the corner for Ross. Ross is met there by Siebenthaler. They mash shoulders, and the Komets still with the puck. Into the corner. Brad Ross again after it. Ross with Siebenthaler on his back. Goes into the corner, and we got a penalty called. Siebenthaler is going to go off.
Yep,
and now Boudens is going to take matters into his own hands. He's got a hold of Siebenthaler, and he is chopping away with a couple of right hands. Siebenthaler with a jersey over his head, and he never had a chance. Matt Boudens drops him. And you can see that penalty developing as Ross was trying to do everything to get away from Siebenthaler. And all Siebenthaler could do was wrap him up. And here's Boudens coming in, getting into a scrap here in his first game back with the Komets.
Well, there's going to be a penalty right off the bat to Wheeling for boarding in the boards on one of the Komets, and that's what started all. Bowden got in there to protect his player, got into a scrap, and went out of there. There's the original penalty. Here's the pushing and shoving. Bowden, he wants the guy. The guy didn't know what the heck's going on, but he ended up into it.
And we will see what's going to make this. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Whoa.
Applebee's holiday gift cards are the best thing that's happened to elves since, well, pointy hats. Instead of making gifts in the workshop, I can give a $50 gift card and get a $10 bonus card for boneless wings and handcrafted burgers. Burgers. Applebee's gift cards. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. Bonus card expires March 1st, 2020 and may not be redeemed on day of issuance. Restrictions apply. See cards for details.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
The officials are still talking this over with the scorers table. And let's see what's going to happen in this one. The Komets, well, it didn't look like they were going to skate a man down, but we'll see what they give Boudens. Perhaps they give him an instigator, an unsportsmanlike conduct call, maybe.
Maybe all even.
Blake Siebenthaler, 2 minutes boarding, 5 minutes fighting. For the Komets, number 28, Matt Boudens, 5 minutes fighting. Time the penalties, 9 minutes.
We got a break.
Yeah.
We still get the 2-minute penalty. Komets go on power play.
So another one for the Komets. Komets 2 of 2 with the man advantage tonight. 2-0 Komets right now with 10:20 to go here in the second period. Komets out shooting the Nailers 15-9 this evening.
Yeah. Well, the Nailers have got 5 shots in the period. Komets only 2 in this second period. So they came out shooting a little bit, but the Komets now have taken over. And now with the momentum of the power play,
Komets tied for the league lead in power play goals with Rapid City and Newfoundland with 22 after the 2 here tonight. This is the only game going on in the ECHL this evening, as the face-off will be to the right of Ruby. Here's the drop. Komets win it. Galipeau at the blue line. Moving to his right.
Spread out, guys. Spread out on that.
Shaw lost the handle on it. The Nailers clear the zone down to Kehler.
They got too tight. Their box is too tight. Spread it out, guys.
Here's Galipeau back behind the nets. And Galipeau onto the right side. Quick pass forward to Łyszczarczyk. Now Shaw. He'll come across. Shaw looking to spread out the D here. Shaw, top of the circle. Down low to Łyszczarczyk. Backhander.
Rebound.
Save made. And St-Amant was streaking up along that far side. Could not connect. Galipeau to the blue line. Galipeau to Shaw. Left side with a wrister. That goes high. Far boards. It'll be St-Amant. St-Amant to the blue line. Moving to the left is Galipeau. Now back up top it comes. Now Galipeau again. Rips one and a save made.
Good
and
shot.
Will get out of play.
Too hard a shot for anybody to handle with a deflectioner. I think the goaltender makes the save, deflects it up over the glass. It'll give the Komets a chance to change up their lines. Face-off will still stay in the Nailer zone. Power play Komets, still minute 13 seconds on it.
To the right of Ruby. And we've got Jenks in there for the Komets. Jenks and Chris Brown. And it goes below the goal line. And it'll be Cameron Heath clearing the zone. Down it goes. Here's Kehler with a man on him. He's able to get it to Gottlieb. The Komets have got a minute left to go on this man advantage. Gottlieb on the right side. He'll come across the line and now into the corner. And it goes back behind the nets, and the Nailers clear the zone easily.
Dump down the ice again.
Kehler will come out. He'll stop it.
Komets go back to regroup. 45 seconds.
There is Gottlieb with it. Comes forward onto the right side. Jenks now on the far boards. Up top, here's Sidlowski. Sidlowski onto the far boards. Gottlieb now looking for some room. Gets it up back to Sidlowski. Sidlowski with a wrister. Just missed it high, and it goes into the corner. Here's Jenks up along the wall. Jenks up top of the blue line. Morrison cross rink. Here's a one-timer. Doesn't get through. And now Petrozelli goes into the corner. He's double-teamed down there, but it's going to get loose to Sidlowski. Sidlowski now up along the far side. Over to Morrison. Cross rink. Here's a shot off the side of the net. Sean Sidlowski.
Set up.
Oh, he wants that one back. Sid with it again. Sid on the far board. Shot in front.
Right
Jenks
front. Rebound.
Rebound, and Ruby kicks it out with the left leg. What a save.
Petrozelli had it on his stick, tried to get it up over his pads, and the goaltender kicked out and was able to keep the puck out on a great scramble in front of the net there. But Komets did everything they could to try to put it in. 3 good shots. Goaltender came up big.
Jordan Ruby spreading out, using every piece of his equipment there to stop that puck. And he keeps this game at 2-0 Komets.
Back 5-on-5. Well, penalty's over. Komets had a good chance right there at the end. 8:19 to go. Komets lead by 2.
And McKenzie will take the face-off.
Get it back.
And it's to the near side. It's going to get out to the blue line. Now onto the far boards. And it will be Sean St-Amant back in. It'll be Jason Binkley to McKenzie. McKenzie's lead pass onto the far side. It's going to be bouncing forward, and the Nailers have got it. On the near side, stepping up is McKenzie. Komets hold on to it at the blue line just for a moment. Phillips couldn't hang on to it. Now it goes back to Jason Binkley. Binkley on the far side. Moves it to Sean St-Amant. St-Amant, oh, he lost it, and now the Nailers have got it. There's Almeida to the blue line. Here's a shot. It's going to be blocked. It goes into the corner, and Binkley up along the far boards. Here's Shaw. Shaw gives it a look, goes off the glass, and now that is going to bounce back into the Nailers zone. Hirono with
change. Komets
takes a wide turn, and he hits the lead man coming across. It's Kratzenberg's toe drags, couldn't get a shot off.
Almost got through.
One. How that goes wide of the net. Back along the near side. Bouncing puck right up into the air. The Komets bring it down. Łyszczarczyk.
Winger open.
He is going to have Brad Ross on the right side. Ross going to come across the line into the corner and back behind the net. Nailers with the puck here, and the Komets still lead it 2-0. Puck into the Komet zone. All the way here on the far side corner. Kratzenberg gives it a whack. It goes to Cam Brown. Now on the left wing, the Komets have got it. Morrison to Galipeau. Cross rink to Brad Ross. Ross carries it over the line. Ross on the right side. He shoots it. Doesn't get through. And now the Nailers back the other way. Here's Droz. Droz got something cooking. He crosses the line.
Keep on the
Droz,
wing.
look out over Kratzenberg's in front shot, and it's blocked and gets out of play.
Morrison was in front of the net there, and I think he went down and was able to block the shot as the goaltender, Kehler, was coming across. Deflection up over the glass. We get a whistle. We needed one there. We're out of position.
Komets lead this one 2-0. 6:44 to go in the second period.
Face off back in the Komet zone. Fresh line out there. Jinx will take the draw.
Face off to the right, it goes into the corner. And now the Komets with the puck goes off the wall. Sean Sadlowski moves it ahead, and now into the Naylor zone. Jinx in front. Oh, he couldn't get a shot off. Puck was rolling on him a bit, and now back into the Komet zone.
Icing.
Martin gets there first, and we'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Whoa Whoa. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Whoa Whoa.
Oscar C. Mitson Insurance Agency, the insurance provider of the Komets for 30 years. If you buy your auto and homeowners insurance from a website or 800 number, here's a better idea. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance. They are an independent agency with access to many companies. They'll find the fit for you at a price that fits you. Talk to an agent who lives here in Fort Wayne, an agent who is your neighbor. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance at 749-0100 or at OscarMitsonInsurance.com. You're listening to Komet Hockey.
Coming up on 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Komets still lead at 2-0. Gottlieb in the corner, gets bumped from behind, and now here's a shot. Kehler with the glove save.
Yeah, the Komets defense got bumped into the corner, so they were a man short in front of the net. And the Kehler saw the puck, grabbed it out of the air. He got the whistle and held on. So line change by both teams.
6:07 to go, second period. Komets get a day off tomorrow. Then we got Cincinnati here on Star Wars night, Saturday night, 7:30 start time.
Should be a good one. Face off in the Komet zone right now. Łyszczarczyk taking the McKenzie taking the draw.
Kratzenberg's trying to dig it out. It goes to McKenzie. McKenzie on the left wall. He'll flip it in, and it's going to go into the Naylor zone. And yep, icing will be the call.
One more stride he had to take at the red line, dump it in then, or throw it over the far side to his winger. Instead, he flips it from his side of center. Icing call all the time. Face off back into the zone. Ross will have to take the draw again.
Face off to the left of Kehler. There's the drop. Komets come away with it. St-Amant toss it over onto the far side. St-Amant with the puck. He'll take a shot.
On the net. Nice shot.
Save.
Down low. Goaltender had to go down, squeeze his pads, made the save in the pit of his stomach. And we'll get a timeout right now with 5:50 to go in the period.
And we will take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Whoa Whoa.
Nelson, Mays, and Wonka. All famous Willies. But getting the Willies, it isn't fun. That creepy feeling you get when you see all your high-interest debt? Partners First Federal Credit Union has the cure for the Willies with products that are designed to help you. Nothing brings out those Willies more than a mortgage, car loan, or high-interest credit card. Partners First can keep those Willies away. Just go to partnersfirstcu.org to get started. Partners First Federal Credit Union. Part of your community. Part of your tomorrow. Partners First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. MLS number 405819.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Timeout. Shane Alberani and Robbie Irons here tonight.
Thanksgiving.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It is the Bob Chase Memorial Game, and we've all been sharing stories of Bob Chase up here on the scoreboard. And this is a game that Bob would have loved. It's 2-0 Komets. We had some great shots, great saves, and a couple of guys dropping the gloves in the first period.
Face-off goes back into the Naylor zone. Komets. McKenzie will take the draw for the Komets. 5:50 to go, second period here. 2-0 Komets.
Naylor's up along the near side. And it's Phillips with a steal. Shot. What a save by Ruby.
Got a piece of it, just enough.
Into the corner. Ruby out of St-Amant on the far side. Tries to go to the blue line, but it's tipped, and it's going to go all the way down. Phillips has got it. He runs after it, and he'll give it up to Jason Binkley. Binkley up along the wall. McKenzie moving it forward, and now coming across the St-Amant with a shot. Fouls his own shot.
Rebound off the backboards.
Ruby getting to it first, and now it comes out in front of the net. Komets with it. Phillips takes a shot in front. Oh, Brady Shaw was right there. And Ruby is able to hang on to it. If he allowed a rebound, it was an easy tap in for Shaw.
Yeah, Shaw was standing there. He had no defenseman around it. He knew what was going on, but the goaltender snatched it out of the air before he could get a stick on it and held onto the puck. Face-off stays in the Nailers zone, though.
Face off to the right of Jordan Ruby. And we have got Łyszczarczyk in there. Gets it back to Morrison. Morrison to the blue line. Here's Haas. And Haas sends it all the way around the wall, back behind the nets. And the Nailers with it, going to come up along the near side. And now it will be Morrison. Morrison up top. Oh, looking for Haas, but it's intercepted by Droz. Droz will get it across to Almeida. Almeida gets it taken off his stick by Haas. And now back into the corner to Droz. Droz gets it deep into the corner. They put it right out in front. Almeida couldn't handle the pass. And now Galipeau has got it.
Dump it in. Get going.
On the left side, Morrison. On his horse, goes into the corner. He's ridden off the puck, and it goes back underneath. Look at Łyszczarczyk picking his pocket, trying to go over to Ross where it's tipped. Now it'll be Haas. His shot is blocked, and now back come the Nailers. On the right side, Trapp coming in on Kehler. He shoots, and he save made by Kehler.
Got the stick out.
And up along the far
check
side.
by the goaltender.
Into the corner. Now onto the near boards. Here's a shot by Hawkins. Save made by Kehler off the end wall, and the Komets have got it.
No forechecking by the Nailers. Komets coming out.
Galipeau on the right side. And all the way into the Nailers zone. Up along the far boards. Nailers pick it off the wall. Now Hawkins comes ahead. Got a man cut into the net. Floated forward. What a save by Kehler.
Yeah, he anticipated that.
And we've got
coming on it.
It's going to be on the Komets. But Kehler, what a save.
Hooking. Our Komet defenseman realized that the man was in behind him. He grabbed a little hook on him. But the goaltender, Kehler, made a nice interception by diving across, with the penalty being called against the Komets.
And Haas will go to the bin.
In the box. A lot of penalties given out for the Komets right now. Doing a good job killing them off. 3:56 to go in the period. We'll have to kill another one off. Wheeling with the power play.
Jenks and Brown on the face-off in the Komet zone. And it comes along the near side to the blue line. Hirono jams at it. He'll keep it in, but the Komets are there to defend it. And they'll send it all the way down the length of the ice. Jordan Ruby walks out, and he plays it around the wall. Far boards, it will be Hawkins, and he is dangerous out there. Hawkins up along the near side will find Hirono. Hirono on the right wing. Dribbles it in, and it goes off the end wall. Kehler will come out. He's got a play on it, and it goes along the near side. Komets give it a jab. Oh, it goes to Chris Brown. Brown comes in front. Backhand. What a save by Kehler.
Another big save.
And the Komets.
Too many shots.
Komets will clear the zone. 3:18 to go in the period. 1:20 to go in the penalty to Kyle Haas. And here's Hawkins with the puck. Hawkins coming right down the middle of the ice, moving over to his right. He'll send it all the way around. And Martin up along the far side goes down low to Galipeau. He'll wrap it off the wall.
All the way down the ice.
Yes, indeed it goes. And it will be stopped by Ruby back behind the net with 1 minute to go on the power play. There is Jordan Ruby. He looks back at Hawkins as Hawkins will take it forward. Hawkins will skate back goes to Droz, and Droz now will enter the Komet zone. On the right side, Droz gets behind the D, goes back around, tries to center it, but Brad Ross is right there. Ross trying to get it to blue line. He does, but not out. And it's Alec Butcher. Butcher on the puck. He gets it center, and it's going to be moved down the ice by Shaw. And Ruby comes out quickly into the Komet zone. Back is Bryson Martin. Martin goes back behind the net. Martin goes into the corner.
Man in front. Watch the man in front, guys.
St-Amant with it on the right side. He'll feather it forward. Goes up along the left side. And Galipeau will get it back into the wheeling zone with 10 seconds to go on the power play. And coming up on 2 minutes to go in the period. Komets lead at 2-0. Nailers with the puck on the far side. Jason Binkley on the far boards. McKenzie is there.
All even. 5-on-5 again. Good job, guys.
And now here's Marcus Phillips. He'll take a shot. Save made by Ruby. A rebound is going to be snagged by Johnson. And the puck goes into the corner. Back behind the net. The Komets with it. Komets out. Oh, McKenzie goes right between his legs. And now all the way down the length of the ice. Binkley. Binkley back behind the net. With 1:30 to go in the period. Binkley will take his time. We'll take a look at the clock. And now he'll put it up along the near side, off the wall. And now on the far boards, Hirono. reaching for it. Gets over onto the near boards. Here's Chris Brown. Brown now enters the Comet zone. Got a man on his back. It's Binkley taking off the puck now to Hirono. Now Brown back on the near side. 1:10 to go in the period. St-Amant tangles up his man. It gets loose to the blue line and out of the zone. And now the Nailers back in their own zone, moving it ahead.
Last
Hirono,
minute of the period.
poked away by Phillips, but it'll still find its way. Here is Brown. Brown coming across the line.
Stay up on him.
And a shot save made by Kehler. Hirono right
Stay
there,
up on,
point
guys.
blank. And the puck goes on the near side. Nailers with it up along the near wing. Here's a shot, and it's going to be golfed wide and all the way out of the zone. It'll rim out. 38 seconds to go in the second period. Komets here just trying to survive. They're up 2-0. And Hawkins ahead on the right side. Droz will come across. Droz now feathers it over. Here's Cam Brown with a shot. It's blocked. The Komets up with it off the wall. Glove down at the blue line.
At the blue
by
line.
Trapp. Now the Komets again with an opportunity to clear it. And it is Boudens. He goes back behind the net. And Boudens on the near side. Boudens takes it off the wall. Komets are there with it. And the Boudens pick it up. It'll be Jakes 2-on-1. Jakes coming in. He shoots. Oh, the defenseman got back and he blocked it. Back behind the net. It'll be Cam Brown with 6 seconds to play. Brown onto the near boards, and it comes out, and that will do it. 40 minutes in the books here at the Coliseum, and the Komets hang on to that 2-0 lead. Komets don't get anywhere on the scoreboard, but the more impressive was the defensive play by the Komets and by Cole Kehler.
Yeah, they did a good job at the end especially, but Wheeling came out shooting pretty good. They outshoot the Komets at pretty 11-10, but both teams had some pretty good scoring chances, and both goaltenders came up very big during the period, keeping the score where it was. No score in the second period. The Komets holding on to their 2-0 lead, and as we said at the end of the second, we'll see how much gas they got in the tank for the third period here. Both teams looking a little sluggish there at the end, and we'll see who comes out and wants it more.
We're going to the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Trust the doctors that IPFW Athletics and the Fort Wayne Komets trust. Aaron Chiropractic is well known for providing quality yet cost-effective care for sports injuries, muscle, and joint problems. They're one of the only clinics in the region to provide its patients with pain relief utilizing numerous therapies, including acupuncture, massage, and rehabilitation. Aaron Chiropractic is conveniently located in Northeast Fort Wayne. Find us on the web at aaronchiro.com or call 492-8811 to schedule an appointment.
Morning, Dave.
Morning.
Is that your phone?
Yeah, I have an alert for when something big happens in the world of hash browns.
Really?
Yeah. It says here, Tim Hortons hash browns are now just 50 cents.
50 cents? Oh, I'm getting one with my sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Good idea.
Hash brown, hash brown, hash brown.
That's a backup alarm, just in case.
Smart.
Alert! Crispy golden hash browns are now just 50 cents at Tim Hortons. For a limited time at participating Tim Hortons restaurants.
Tim Hortons.
Fort Wayne's got big trash problems, only one way to solve them. Curbside Container has a plan. If you got trash to haul, just give Curbside a call. From the biggest dump truck to an itty bitty can. Just call up Curbside Container. Ain't no need to call your mayor. Curbside Container will be there.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne on 1190 AM, 107.5 FM. Depend on it.
When you need an ER, where do you turn? At Lutheran Health Network, we are ER. We are here for you with 8 convenient hospital locations throughout the region. We are the only area ER with online check-in. Save your spot in line online. To learn more, visit lutheranhealth.net/weareer. Patients are seen in order of severity, therefore your spot may not be guaranteed. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911.
Napa know-how.
Why should you buy a 99-cent Napa bag? Because it's no ordinary bag. It can save you 20% on 3 or more items you can fit inside. Some call that magic. Others say it's the 8th wonder of the world. But whatever it is, it's the best way to save you 20% on brakes, filters, wipers, and more. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Take Midwest Gloves and Gear to work with you by using their full line of work gloves. Midwest Work Line features max performance gloves, PBR, along with a wide variety of Midwest branded gloves for any type of work. Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made work gloves, and Midwest believes in investing in America. And that's why the Work Line features many styles made right here in the USA. For over 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear, Chillicothe, Missouri.
And the Komets have a penalty shot in overtime to win it. Come on, come on.
Hey, Dad, do you know where my goggles are?
Yeah, 1 sec. I'll help you find it right after this. Wait, why are you soaking wet?
Oh, I was just swimming in the basement.
You were what? Oh, great. Watering your basement? Don't know what to do next? Tell your insurance agent you want to work with Hayes & Sons. Because at Hayes & Sons, we do restoration right. Visit HayesandSons.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
We are back live at the Coliseum here on Thanksgiving night. The Komets lead it 2-0, and we are at home. We're in the second intermission, which means it is time for our Kaleidoscope Floors guest statistician of the game. And if you want to be a part of the Komets this season, just visit Kaleidoscope Floors on Facebook or Twitter and say you want to be the next guest statistician of the game. Each winner will sit in the press box, keep stats, and be interviewed live on WoWo, which what we're doing right now here with Owen. Now, Owen, say your last name so I don't mess it up. Cavledge. All right. Owen Cavledge is in the booth with me. Now, Owen, first of all, let's get to know you a little bit. How old are you? Where do you go to school? What grade are you in?
13. I go to school in Fort Jennings, Ohio, and I'm in grade 7.
Grade 7. Okay. Now, you're going to go back to school after this break and tell everybody you know how to keep hockey stats, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to give it to you. You're going to tell everybody who scored the goals tonight for the Fort Wayne Komets. Right there.
B. Shaw and B. McKenzie.
There you go. Brett McKenzie and Brady Shaw. Now tell everybody the shots on goal tonight.
23 for the Komets and 15 for the Nailers.
There you go. That's all there is to it. It's pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
All right. You having a good time up here, Owen?
Yep.
Yeah, you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yep.
And it's topped off here by sitting up in the press box and seeing the Fort Wayne Komets. Now, do you get to many Comet games being over in Ohio?
No, not much.
Not much? So this is a very unique opportunity here tonight for you, but I'm sure you're going to want to come back for more, right? So you're officially hooked and you're a Comet fan.
Yeah.
Okay. Owen is our guest statistician of the game. Good job, buddy. We're going to take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Ever wish you could get medical care without leaving home or interrupting work or travel? Now you can with Parkview On Demand. Parkview On Demand is a video service that lets you speak directly to a doctor or healthcare provider, all from your computer or smartphone, 24 hours a day from anywhere in the U.S. Just download the app or visit parkview.com/on-demand. There's no driving to a doctor's office, and Parkview On Demand can even send prescriptions right to your pharmacy. It's quality, convenient care for non-emergencies like colds and flu, sinus infections, pink eye, skin rashes, and more, all for just $49 a call. It's great for kids away at college, too. Go to parkview.com/on-demand or download our app from Google Play or the iPhone App Store. Parkview On Demand, the care you need wherever you are.
Diamo Sons Funeral Homes have been serving Fort Wayne and area families since it was founded in 1925. Now a member of the Dignity Memorial Network, Diamo provides pre-planning, funeral planning, cremation, and memorialization services. Compassionate local care, the most meaningful services celebrating a life well lived, all provided at the best value. Diamo Sons Funeral Homes, a Dignity Memorial provider.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, the Komets lead it 2-0 over the Wheeling Nailers. Komet fans rush into one of Mattress Warehouse's 3 Fort Wayne locations on North Coliseum Boulevard, Lima Road, or Illinois Road, or at mattresswarehousefw.com. Mattress Warehouse, sleep on it tonight. Well, it is Thanksgiving night. It is the Bob Chase Memorial Game, and all the past few games I've been sharing some great old clips of Bob Chase. And if you want to hear a bunch of, visit the Komets podcast. It's brought to you by Huntington University, and you can get it at the Komets website, komets.com, or you can go to Apple podcasts. I'll get that out. And you can hear all the episodes that are dedicated to Bob Chase. Actually, there's 4 in all. And also, you can listen to portions of Bob's autobiography. It is now in audio book form, and you can get that at bobchasebook.com. But you can also hear excerpts by going to the Komets podcast and listening to the last 2 episodes of the Bob Chase tribute, as that's what we're doing here tonight. So we will take a quick break. We'll come back and we will hear from the man himself. We'll go back and hear a great old Bob Chase call. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
For all of your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
Cheer on your hometown team, the Fort Wayne Komets, throughout the season with your hometown dealer.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
The only dealer to give you up to $5,555 more than your trade is worth, with payments as low as $79. Plus, we'll even pay off your lease or loan in full, no matter what you owe. It's gonna be a winning season with your Fort Wayne Komets. And
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Online at BigCityCars.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Play. Cross-ring Davidson takes a look. All the way back up ice. Over center. It's picked up by Armstrong. Driven around behind the net. Davidson in to pinch the corner. Here's Dupuis with a puck on the point. Left point pass. Good drive. Hit the post. He hit the post on the play. They scramble for it. Davidson's got it. He couldn't shoot it. Right front of that. Shot for Komets. We'll take it. It was Boudens with a rebound. And again, Davidson will get the assist. Out front. Oh, and just missing was Boudens. Bootsy out behind the net, holds his man loose. Here they come, front of the net again. Turn wide, Davidson scores. Davidson digs it out again. They had Baxter up at the side of the net, tangled up. As Davidson digs out the loose puck, he waits for the goalie to go down. He flips a little backhander. Davidson is 4th point, second goal of the game. Now it's Baxter off, plays it loose, and out of the zone comes Dupuis. Take a look, he pumps it out at the neutral zone, knocked down by Featherstone. Featherstone, Bashkirov out steals that one. Featherstone coming back. He's leaned into, puck slides, Fort Wayne zone. Oh, no. Bad pass up the board. He couldn't get a man in front of the net as Dupuis just unloads on Rizador and takes him off the play. Here's Dupuis with it again. Nicely up the middle, and it comes to Bashkirov. Here's Bash taking a look. Good lead pass. Boudens going to the net. Here he goes. Score! Boudens. Well, right now it's opened up in so many ways. It looks like Indy doesn't know kind of how to adjust or what to do. And while they're trying to think about it, the Komets are skating them right off the ice. 7:49 Boudens, 8:46 Davidson, 10:16 Boudens. Here on WoWo, Komet Hockey. He picks up the draw to the defense. Campbell for the Komets goes deep. Huska with some pressure on the play. Here comes Eddie back around his own net and leaves it, and Boudens now starts up ice. Boudens lead pass is good at center all the way to Davidson. Here's Lee into the zone. Takes two of them with him on the play. Left side, score! Take it. And that was Swinson, I believe. Yeah. Was it Swinson? Yeah. Line pumps it right deep in behind the Indianapolis net. Left there by goaler Hermie. Around the boards they come in Indy. Coming back at it with 2:23 to go, period 2. Into the line they come, broken up in front of the net, and out it comes to center ice. Here's Batherson on his way to the line. Normie looks, shoot, score! We'll take it. As turned back up off the defense by Marty Wilford. Wilford checked off the play. Into the corner, unable to get to it was Curry. Back they come 2-on-1.
1-1.
All the way to the zone. Look, shoot, save, rebound. Front of the net again, a great save by Racine. Around the far boards, here we come. Back out of the zone, Boganicki. Bogey on his way to center ice. Bawa with him on the play. Boganicki keeps coming. He's there to Bawa. Bawa's. Oh, Boganicki, what a goal. What a goal. What a goal. Well, man, how long could this keep going, Robbie? Now we're looking at 8-1. Back comes Batherson for the draw. It goes to Indy. Picked up by Featherstone. Comes up with a loose puck, sends it wide all the way to the left corner. After it, Campbell. He can't play. Pounded off the play. Trying to get it in front of the net. Komets flip it to the neutral zone. Unable to catch it just in the nick of time. Bashkirov. They send it back in. Indy down in the corner. Drifts over the linesman. Here they come. Going deep. Digging it off the boards. Manlow trying to center. Can't get it out front. Komets back with it again. Bootside. He's got a lead pass in it.
Gone.
The back.
Breakaway.
Here's back. He looks. Score! That's
Take it.
Bashkirov second, isn't it? Yeah, he's got 6 points so far tonight. Or correction, 7 points out of 9 goals. Coming back to center ice, Komets with it. Curry, which is back in the zone again. Now reaching in to play the puck. Here's Walby with a score.
Walby gets one.
Snaps it off top shelf.
Well, Boise had led the charge up the ice. He got checked, and as he forced the defenseman to throw it around the boards, Walby was up there, picked off the loose puck, stepped up into the slot area, let a wrist shot go high, and I think it was deflected by an Indy player because it went right up in the top shelf, and Walby popped it, and yes, 10 goals. Komets outburst right here. Still 3:22 to go. Walby gets the 10th one.
Campbell carried off the play out front, looked for a man, can't get him. Picked up left board, 12 seconds left, shot, save again, Racine. Behind the net, trying to come out front. Great save, Racine again. I mean to tell you, Racer, you think it was a 3-2 hockey game, and he had to preserve the lead. This kid is so focused. When he gets at it, he just stays there. Well, again, doing a countdown.
Bob Chase from the 1997-98 season. We are going to take a break. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Komet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
Facing an illness or injury that can't wait? Turn to ReadyMed. We're ready when your day doesn't go quite as planned, with convenient hours, 7 days a week. We offer after-hours appointments as well as x-ray and lab services in each of our convenient area locations. From minor accidents and injuries to fevers and flus, we're ready. To learn more, check wait times and save your spot in line. Visit ReadyMed.com. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency department as soon as possible.
Don't get stuck in the penalty box next season and upgrade to a Real ID. As of October 1, 2020, a Real ID compliant driver's license or state identification card is required to board commercial flights within the United States, visit military bases, and entering certain federal facilities. To view a complete list of required documentation needed to upgrade to a Real ID, visit realid.in.gov.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, Komets lead it 2-0 over the Wheeling Nailers. And the Komets have got the lead after 2 periods of play, 6-0-1. So the Komets very confident holding that lead. Hopefully we'll be able to do it and get a couple of more points in the standings, as the Komets will have a showdown with first place Cincinnati coming up on Saturday night back here at the Coliseum. 7:30 is the start time, and it is Star Wars night as the Cincinnati Cyclones make their first visit to Fort Wayne. We are going to take one more break. Third period coming up. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Morning, Dave.
Morning. Oh.
50-cent hash brown.
Is that your phone?
Yeah, I have an alert for when something big happens in the world of hash browns.
Really?
Yeah. It says here, Tim Hortons hash browns are now just 50 cents.
50 cents? Oh, I'm getting one with my sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Good idea.
Hash browns, hash browns, hash
That's a backup alarm, just in case.
Smart.
Alert! Crispy golden hash browns are now just 50 cents at Tim Hortons. For a limited time at participating Tim Hortons restaurants.
Tim Hortons! Enjoy your backyard. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces to see a huge selection of paver and retaining wall systems for your home. While you're there, you can learn about the outdoor fireplace options that are available from Outdoor Lifestyles. And be sure to check out the showroom for the latest indoor models from Heatolator. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces at 4936 Knob Road or on the web at knobbrick.com. NOBBRICK.com. Knob Brick and Fireplaces, Fort Wayne's only locally owned real brick and mortar store.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road has added some new players to the team this year. Introducing the all-new Jeep Gladiator and Ram 1500. Also now in the starting lineup is the all-newly redesigned Jeep Cherokee. It's capable, modern, and stylish, all wrapped into one. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye. With almost 800 horsepower, this secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. We also have an awesome lineup of our new line of commercial ProMaster vans for all your work needs. Come see the complete lineup of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all in one place. O'Daniel is a proud sponsor of Komet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the O'Daniel difference when buying your next car, truck, or SUV. O'Daniel on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online at o'danielauto.com.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
A fresh 20 minutes up on the scoreboard here at the Coliseum. Komets lead it 2-0 here on Thanksgiving night. Shane Alvarani and Robbie Irons here with you as the Komets going to bear down here. Defense looked very good there in the second period, but you don't want to rely on that. Let's get a couple more on the board.
Exactly. Keep going, guys. We need that third goal. Can't sit back on this to give Wheeling a little life, and this game will turn around very quickly.
Puck goes back below the goal line in the Komet zone, and the Komets give it up. Here's Droz, cross-ring pass onto the far side, and now back below the goal line. Here's Scarfo. Scarfo with Haas all over him. Scarfo
stay on
on the
him,
far
stay
side,
on him.
And the pass is going to be tipped, and it gets out of play back into the Wheeling zone. Scarfo from the center line. Backhander goes off the blade of the stick of A.J. Jenks, and now it's going to be dropped up along the near side. Cam Brown gets tied up with Jenks. He's able to drop it in the corner. Now played up along the near side. And
give it to him. He's gone. Breakaway.
Breakaway. Sidlowski all alone. He shoots, and it'll be the save.
Tried to go top shelf. The goaltender stood his ground. Did not go down.
And up along the near side, here is Hawkins. He'll bring it into the Komet zone, and now back behind the line, it is Binkley. Binkley gets rubbed from behind, coming to the blue line. Here's St-Amant giving it a reach, and now he cannot get to it. And now Siebenoller will give it over to the left side. And now it'll come across the line. Hawkins gets sandwiched as he crosses over the blue line. Now Shaw in the corner. Jason Binkley with it. Plays it up along the near side. Almeida, he lost it. Now St-Amant has got it. St-Amant coming right down the middle of the ice. He'll flip it in. It goes off the end wall. And now Ruby got caught there.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, the Komets.
Shaw got in a hurry.
Goes all the way up top of the blue line and out. But Phillips is there. Phillips on the far side. He'll enter the zone. Phillips now coming in on Ruby. Goes back below the goal line.
Looking for somebody.
And Phillips stops. Goes along the near boards. Trying to get it on Heath. And the backhander goes along the far side. He'll be grabbed by McKenzie, but it's just going to creep over the line. Binkley will cut across the ice. Now he's got it. And Binkley goes all the way up along the near side. Here is McKenzie. McKenzie cross-ring pass on the far side. Scoots it forward. Here's Brad Ross. He'll pop it into the Wheeling zone. Coming out, Ruby will stop it. And Ruby on the left side to Trapp. Trapp ahead to Hirono. Hirono cross-ring pass. Grabbed by Chris Brown. Now to Kratzenberg's left side. Shot, save made. And the rebound goes into the corner. Łyszczarczyk will play it up along the near side. Here's Petrozelli. Comes loose, and the Komets with it. It will be Łyszczarczyk on the right side.
Dump it in, go get it.
Łyszczarczyk going after it. He's cut off on the play by Chris Brown, and now back along the far side, coming to the blue line, and now to the center line for Brad Ross. Ross takes it.
Go get it. Petroselli.
Hard off the glass, and now sent all the way around. Far side, Kratzenbergs gives it a tap. Komets still control it, and Gottlieb gets it into the wheeling zone. There's Matt Boudens on the near side. Boudens going into the corner. Bowden gets wrapped up on the play. Now he gets it loose. Boudens trying to go up top of the blue line, but it's picked off by Kratzenbergs. And Kratzenbergs will zip it in on Kehler. He'll glove it down and he'll keep it moving. He dropped it. Oh, he lost it. And now Brown right out in front. And it comes out. The Komets chopping away at it. And it comes out to Sedlowski. Sedlowski on the far side. He'll feather it into the Nailers zone. And it goes into the corner. Steve Johnson down there for the Nailers. And down into the corner, off the wall to the blue line. Here's Jenks down the right side. Sedlowski, top of the right dots, got his pocket picked, and the Nailers get it across the line. Back into the Komet zone. They send it ahead. Galipeau couldn't do much with it. Now Brown will take it away. Now on to the left side. Pass is going to be blocked down up along the near wing, and now it gets loose to Sedlowski again, who's snake bitten here tonight. Sedlowski will take his time. He'll float it in, and it's going to go all the way to the Nailers zone.
Good puck control right now by the Komets. Controlling the play.
Steve Johnson has got the puck for the Nailers, being pursued by St-Amant. He lost an edge. St-Amant now with the puck. St-Amant on the near side, puts it out in front through the blue paint. And now Brady Shaw's got it. Shaw onto the far side, coming to the blue line. Shaw now will take a shot. It's blocked. Going into the corner. Here's St-Amant up along the wall. St-Amant on the far side, gets tangled up with Johnson. And now it gets loose to the blue line. Here's a shot. Save made by Ruby.
From the point.
St-Amant tries to glove it down. Puck is going to go off the side of the cage, and now it'll be poked forward. And here come the Nailers. Right down the middle of the ice. Now on the far side, Komets grab it again. They come across the line on the far boards. Here's a shot and a save made by Ruby. We got to scramble for it. The puck gets loose. The referee lost sight of it, and he blows the whistle.
It actually came loose, but the Nailers were headed down the ice with the puck, so we got a bit of a break off it, even though the scramble was already complete. Komets couldn't jam it in.
15:28 to go here in the third period. Komets lead it 2-0 over the Nailers. Trying to get that extra goal on the board, but Jordan Ruby shutting the door, stopping Sedlowski on a breakaway early in the period, and then a mad scramble right there that Ruby was somehow able to keep it out.
Again, the forechecking by the Komets is very effective right now. Keep it going, guys. Stay on them.
Gottlieb goes into the corner. It goes back below the goal line. Gottlieb spins around up along the near side wall. Gottlieb still on the puck. Up top, Martin with a shot. That doesn't get through. Far side, Morrison tries to get there. Cannot. Kratzenbergs drags it across with the blade of his skate, and he sends it backwards. Coming across the line. Here's a shot. It goes wide on the near side. Hirono after it. Now on the near wing, out set forward. Now back the other way goes Bryson Martin. Martin will feather it into the wheeling zone. Cross ring pass on the right side, and now it goes back below the goal line. On the left side, off the wall, Hirono will clear the zone. And now it'll be grabbed by Jenks. Jenks on the far side, and now back into the wheeling zone. Ruby thought about playing it, but he leaves it for Hirono. Now draws. Droz with it on the left side, banked off the wall. Now Kratzenbergs, he'll get across the line. Kratzenberg stood up on the play by Haas. Comes right out in front, loose pocket. Haas is able to snag it. Back below the goal line, it will be Galipeau. Galipeau back there. Look out. The speedy Cam Brown puts it in front. Shot. Save made by Kehler. And he's able to hang on to it. Where's the whistle? There it is.
There's his best save right there. Game saver right there. Little sloppy behind the net. The Komets lose the possession. Wheeling fires it to the high slot. The man coming in lets a one-timer go. And the goaltender Kehler just makes a great save on the play and is able to hold on to the rebound and not let it in. Big save right there.
14-13 to go in the third period. Nailers trying to get on the board here, but Cole Kehler, like you said, Robbie, save of the night.
Yeah. Hold it out. Face off in the Komet zone. Here we go. 14-13 to go. Third period.
Jenks will take the face off with Cam Brown. No, he won't. Cam Brown's going to get kicked out. Scarfo will come in his place. And it's one back to the blue line and out. Ruby will come out. Ruby goes back behind the nets, far side. Here's Boudens. Boudens up along the wall. Boudens and trap. It comes out to Scarfo, and the Nailers have it in their own zone. McNee onto the right side for the Nailers, looking for an open man. It's going to be pushed forward by Brown and back into the Comet zone. Here's Phillips in the corner. Jason Binkley goes in after him. Cam Brown gets it loose, trying to go to the blue line, and it's going to be blocked by the Comets and out. Back goes Steve Johnson for the Nailers. Quickly turns it right up the ice on the left side, and he pushes it forward looking for Alec Butcher. The Comets pick it off, and now the other way. It'll be St-Amant. St-Amant coming across. St-Amant up along the near boards, and now it will be pushed into the corner. St-Amant in after it, but Alec Butcher will snag it for the Nailers. He'll go up along the far side, and it is going to be Hawkins. Hawkins lead pass blocked by the Comets, and now the Nailers go back in their own zone. Comets still lead this one 2-0. The Nailers with the puck. Here's Almeida. Almeida on the left side, and he is being pursued by McKenzie. Good job by McKenzie. He's going to force Johnson all the way back behind his goaltender. Now the lead pass comes ahead. Left side, here's Hirono. Hirono enters the Comet zone. He goes into the corner, and Hirono shakes off a check. Bouncing puck. Comets try to go up top, and they cannot. Hirono still with it. Hirono goes back behind the net. Bryson Martin steps up into the play. Here's Gottlieb now into the corner. Gottlieb now will get it to McKenzie. McKenzie on the left wing, and here comes McKenzie.
Skate it out.
McKenzie with a goal here tonight and last night as well. Got it poked away, and now Bryson Martin will zip it all the way around the wall, and it's going to be stopped by Jordan Ruby, who got a stick trapped in the end boards, and it's sticking straight out. It comes right out in front of the net. The Comets with it. Ruby without a stick. The puck goes along the far side. Here's Morrison. Morrison gets taken off the puck now on the far side, and it is going to go into the Comet zone. Ruby is able to retrieve the stick, and it goes into the corner. Wrestling match down there, up along the wall, here in the Comet zone. It is going to come up to Łyszczarczyk, and now Łyszczarczyk can't get there. Kratzenberg's in front of the net, takes a shot, save made by Kehler, rebound, Kehler all over it with the left leg, and he keeps it out somehow.
Everybody in the goal crease trying to help out, but Kehler gets possession, holds on, and keeps the puck out of the net. Great job defensively, the Comets, and again, Kehler making the difference in the period right now with another huge save.
We will take a break. Comets lead at 2-0 here in the third. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Outback Steakhouse invites all Comet fans to check out their great menu of steaks and seafood at their Village of Coventry location. Whether it's the center cut sirloin or the bone-in ribeye, you just can't beat the quality of Outback Steakhouse. Open 7 days a week. Get your steak or seafood prepared just the way you like it. And while you're at Outback, don't miss out on the famous bloomin' onion. Outback Steakhouse located in the Village of Coventry, just off the I-69 Jefferson exit on Fort Wayne's southwest side.
The Holiday Inn at the Coliseum, located across from the Memorial Coliseum, is the official home of the Komets. Whether it's a corporate meeting to large wedding receptions or just a getaway weekend, the Holiday Inn has you covered. Event space in the Holiday Inn can hold up to 300 people, and with 151 guest rooms, the Holiday Inn is ready to meet your personal or business needs. With a highly trained staff at the Holiday Inn, you can count on things being done right. Contact the Holiday Inn at the Coliseum to schedule your event today at 260-579-9135.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Turning into the Cole Kehler Show here at the Coliseum. 2-0 Comets. 11:46 to go, third period. Face off to the right of Kehler, who has been outstanding here tonight. Puck goes onto the near side of the Comets. Clear the zone. Rolling puck. Doesn't have enough legs for an icing. No. Steven Aller will there. Goes along the near side and looking for Scarfo. Comets interrupt the play. And now up along the near side. And now back up along the far boards for Marcus Phillips. Phillips goes ahead with it. It's going to be knocked down by Siebenoller. Now on the far side, stepping up is going to be Marcus Phillips. Phillips off the wall, turnover. Now the Nailers in front of the net. Here's a shot save made by Kehler. Kehler spreading out. He's able to get back to his feet. To the blue line, Johnson up top. Siebenoller to the blue line.
Guys, finish
spinning all the way around, going into the corner. Siebenthaler still on the puck. He centers it in front. They fan on it, and the Komets cut up to the blue line, but not out. On the left side, Cam Brown, he tries to float. He got a man, jumps on the back door, and Kehler grabs it, going into the corner. Back up along the near side, tied up down there. Komets dangerous. It'll be Jenks up top, cannot clear it. Oh, no, it just skips over the line. And now it will be the Nailers in their own zone. Steve Johnson. 10:35 to go here in the third. It is still 2-0 Komets. They've held that lead since the first period. Buck comes ahead, left side. It'll be Hawkins, the lead man. He is going to get around one man. He goes in the corner, tries to put it on the far side. Bad pass, and it gets loose back into the Nailers zone. Cam Heath back to the Komet blue line where the Komets have got it. It's Gottlieb. He'll come across the line. Drop that pass. Here's a shot. Ripped wide by Shaw to the blue line. Near side again. Shaw with it to St-Amant. St-Amant trying to get it to Gottlieb. Pass behind him, and now the Nailers up with it again. Pass along the far side. Komets have got it.
Defense
Gottlieb
standing up well.
Gottlieb possesses the puck, heads it to St-Amant. He splits the D. Here's St-Amant coming across the line. St-Amant dropped to McKenzie. Shot, and Ruby makes the save, and it is going to get out of play.
Up and over the glass.
Komets 27 shots tonight. The Nailers with 18. And the Komets still hanging on this 2-0 lead.
Face-off will stay in the Nailers zone as the Komets get to change the lines. Get who they want out there right now. Petroselli up front. Łyszczarczyk going to take the draw.
Cam Brown will be Łyszczarczyk's opponent.
Get it back.
And it will be a misdrop, and we'll have to do it again. Łyszczarczyk will stay in there. And here's the drop. Łyszczarczyk wins it cleanly, but Galipeau couldn't hang on to it. And it's going to go all the way down to the Komet zone. Here's Galipeau back behind the net. Galipeau over to Haas. Haas on the right side, looking for Petroselli off the blade of his stick. And now down.
Stay on him.
The wheeling zone. Brad Ross on McNee. And now onto the far boards. Coming to center ice. The Nailers with it. McNee will get it across the line. Far side. Kratzenberg. Look at Haas dumping him off the puck hard. And onto the far side. It's played ahead. Bouncing puck to the center line. And now the Nailers back at their own blue line. Hirono on the left wing. Gives it a look. He is going to run into Galipeau. He's got to retreat backwards. Now Siebenthaler. He'll flip it in. Cole Kehler will slow it down as it goes behind the net. Galipeau angles it up along the wall. Has Petroselli. Petroselli goes underneath and back behind Kehler. Pumps it off the wall. Brad Ross got it caught up in his skates. Now tries to move it along that wall. Runs into Siebenthaler. And now back into the Komet zone. Played off the glass. And Siebenthaler going back into his own end. Siebenthaler right side. Takes a sharp turn. And now he will bring it into the Komet zone. Flips it forward all the way down to Kehler. And Kehler will hang on to it.
He's not going to take any chances. That loose puck bouncing to him. He grabs on. He'll take the face-off in the zone. Give them a chance to get the men they want on the ice. 8:37 to go. Third period. We still have the 2-0 lead. Hanging on, though. Wheeling coming after us pretty hard right now.
Face-off will go to the right of Cole Kehler. 8:37 to go in the third. Komets up 2-0.
Shots four apiece. Not that many.
Up along the far side, Binkley will get it out. Now to Boudens. Now bouncing puck. A.J. Jenks will come down with it. Cross-ring pass onto the far side, and here's Matt Boudens. Boudens will flip it in. It's going to go all the way around. And Jordan Ruby will send it up along the wall. Bouncing puck coming to Jason Binkley. He'll send it right back in to the wheeling zone. Here's Siebenthaler, who's been out there a long time. He'll send it to Scarfo. Scarfo on the left wing. Nice poke there by Jenks, but the Komets are going to be
offside.
For offside.
At the blue line.
And we will take a quick break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Cheer on your hometown team, the Fort Wayne Komets, throughout the season with your hometown dealer.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
The only dealer to give you up to $5,555 more than your trade is worth, with payments as low as $79. Plus, we'll even pay off your lease or loan in full, no matter what you owe. It's gonna be a winning season with your Fort Wayne Komets and
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Online at BigCityCars.com.
Komet Hockey
Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
7:43 to go in the third period. Komets up 2-0. Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons here tonight on Thanksgiving night. Arono up along the near side, works it down there as he gets into the Komet zone. They put it out in front of the net. The Komets are there with it.
Over the red line, dump it in.
There's Brady Shaw on the near side. Tries to float it to McKenzie. Comes up along the wall. Bryson Martin is there. Oh, and it gets loose. Left side, Kratzenbergs. His pass interrupted by Bryson Martin. And the Komets possess it. They'll flip it in on Ruby. Ruby will glove it down.
Yeah, he's going to hold on.
Yes, he will play it safely as well. Komets back in action Saturday night back here at the Coliseum. It is Star Wars night. Cincinnati Cyclones come to town for their first time this season. We'll also get a look at former Komet Cody Soul.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Interesting evening that's right. Coming there, but 7:30 start that night. Big game for the Komets. They need this win here, though. Still 7 minutes to go in the game. Up by 2.
Here's the drop. And it goes to the Nailers back behind the net. It's Trapp, pumps it off the wall. And it's going to come to the blue line for Scarfo. Now cross-ring pass. Johnson will pump it off the wall. Gloved out of the air. The Komets have got it. Here's Morrison. Morrison with it. Draws the crowd. Needs a little bit of help. Goes into the corner. And now it will be Trapp with it. Trapp onto the left side. Gottlieb taps at it. And it's going to go forward. Here's Cam Brown. Left side. Scarfo coming across. Here's a drive. And it goes wide. Back on the far side. And the Komets are able to plunk it off the wall. And they clear it.
Waved off. No icing. Good call.
And the Nailers have got it on the far boards. Here's Jenks coming off the bench. He's got it. Comes across the line.
Got a man
Jenks
with him coming behind.
Back. Here's a shot.
Rebound.
And save made, and it goes along the far boards. Johnson with it. Banks it off the wall. Bouncing puck coming to the blue line. It is held in by Boudens. Boudens on the right side. He'll send it forward. Had a man break, and it was Siblowski. Couldn't get it to him. And now back to the left side. We come into the Komet zone with a little over 6 minutes to go. Siblowski on the far side. Sean Siblowski, backhander, got caught up in the linesman skates. And that will give Droz a chance to regain possession for the Nailers. Droz will come across the line. Bouncing puck, and now it comes up. Here is Siebenoller with it. Siebenoller on the far boards. Takes it off the wall, goes into the corner. Chris Brown, first one there for the Nailers, back behind the nets. Going for it is Galipeau. Galipeau onto the far side.
Skate it out.
He'll rumble forward with it, and the Komets will find a gap, and they will get it down
Brady
low. Shaw in after it. Now Siebenoller with it. Passes in front of the net, comes up top of the blue line. Held in by Jason Binkley. He wraps it off the wall, and now Hawkins with it. Got a man sneaking behind the D. It was Droz, but now Hawkins is going to carry it across himself, and now Brady Shaw will make him pay for that. He will zip it into the neutral zone. Now it comes across the line. Here's McKenzie with it. McKenzie goes along the far side. Here's St-Amant. St-Amant on the far side with a man on him. Comes out in front. The Komets. Oh, Brady Shaw had a chance. And now they're going back the other direction. Into the Komet zone and into the corner. Here's Phillips. Phillips back behind the net. Under 5 to go.
Skate it up. Oh boy, dumped it in. Good play.
Komets lead it 2-0 as the Nailers have got the puck in the wheeling zone.
Less than 5 minutes.
Here's Johnson. Right down the middle of the ice. Almeida gives it a tap, and it goes into the Komets.
The icing. Like it was chance for a line change.
4:36 to go here in the third. Face-off will be to the right of Jordan Ruby, who's been pretty good tonight. He's given up 2 in the first period, but solid ever since. And Cole Kehler putting in his best performance of the season.
There we go. Drop the puck.
Nailers push it off the glass. Komets have got it at the center line. Bryson Martin drifting all the way back off the wall. This one will go down, and that'll be an icing. And we'll take a quick break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Hi, welcome to the Subway ad for 5 6-inch subs starting at $3. How would you like it?
From a train conductor.
Well, then let's roll.
Tickets. The Subway 6-inch Express departs daily, making stops at destinations like the Black Forest Ham Cold Cut Combo or the Spicy Italian. Pick from 5 6-inch subs starting at $3. Sit back and enjoy. Subway, make it what you want. All aboard!
limited time only at participating restaurants. Prices may vary. Additional charge for extras plus applicable tax. No additional discounts or coupons may be applied.
You're listening to Comet Hockey.
4:12 to go here in the third period. The Komets lead this one 2-0. And the Nailers with the puck. It is Scarfo on the left side. He'll come across the line. Scarfo going in the corner. Takes a shot. Kehler will keep it out, and he will hang on to it.
Bit of a bad angle shot, but Kehler was able to keep it in front of him as they shot from right on the red line. Kehler got a piece of it, dropped in the crease. He was able to hold on. And a little pushing and shoving right now beside the net.
Now, neither team wants to take a penalty.
Yeah, well, take your hands off the guy. He's yanking on his sweater or whatever like that. And someone's going to drop him. Boudens again.
And we are going to take a break. We get a timeout here. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Bridgewater Golf Club in Auburn is always open to the public. You're enjoying a hockey game right now, but that doesn't mean you can't dream about golf. Warm days on a beautifully manicured course sounds good, right? Bridgewater Golf Club is an 18-hole par 72 course with tees for every skill level. Also, you can enjoy the Bridgewater full-service restaurant that's open year-round. Visit bridgewatergc.com to see everything Bridgewater Golf Club in Auburn has to offer. Enjoy the rest of the game. Oscar C. Mitson Insurance Agency, the insurance provider of the Komets for 30 years. If you buy your auto and homeowners insurance from a website or 800 number, here's a better idea. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance. They are an independent agency with access to many companies. They'll find the fit for you at a price that fits you. Talk to an agent who lives here in Fort Wayne, an agent who is your neighbor. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance at 749-0100 or at OscarMitsonInsurance.com. Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
We will have some penalties handed out. Boudens and Scarfo will each go off.
Yeah, they kept pushing it and talking and talking. Referee finally had enough of it. Last warning, goodbye. You're gone for 2.
3:57 to go here in the third. We get a little extra space out there. We're going to skate 4-on-4.
You would think this is a good time for Wheeling to pull the goaltender down 2, 4-on-4. They'd have the extra attacker, but we'll see. Face-off is in the Komet zone.
Under 4 to go in the third. The puck goes down to Kehler, gives it a jab, goes in the corner, and the Komets have got it. Here's Jenks up along the near boards. Jenks skates through Hawkins. Jenks now gets around one man, lost as he crosses over the blue line. Now the Komets will keep it in. Here's a shot, but it's going to be offside. It's not going to count, and the Nailers have got it. There is Siebenthaler on the left side to Brown. Brown gets around McKenzie, enters the Komet zone on the right side. Brown now goes underneath, tries to tuck it in, and Kehler got a stick on it.
Come off.
And the net came off, so the whistle will sound. Kehler not giving an inch there on the speedy Cam Brown.
Yeah, he used the stick pretty well on that play, and I like the way he gets that poke check out, helps the defenseman out. The defenseman trying to keep him wide, then all of a sudden the poke check comes in there. Puck carrier has no chance. Face-off will stay in the Komet zone, though. Now they're pulling the goaltender.
Now Ruby will come out for the extra skater. 3:23 to go in the third. Komets lead it by 2.
Yep. 5-on-4 right now with the extra attacker. Empty net, though, at the other end.
Face-off to the left, Cole Kehler. And
Komets get it back.
Komets get it. Here's Jason Binkley. Pumps it off the wall. Johnson will keep it in. High slot, Hirono back on the far side. Cross rink. They got a man in front. Taken away by McKenzie. McKenzie takes it off the glass, but not out.
No goal stick. No goal stick.
On the left side here is a shot. Now we have got a penalty going to be called.
Yeah, the Nailers. Yeah. The Nailers shot the goalie stick out away from the goalie, and that's an automatic penalty. You can't touch the stick when it's laying on the ice. There was a scramble in front of the net. The goaltender got the stick jabbed out of his hand, and the goalie stick was laying about 10 feet from the net. The Wheeling player went over and shot the goalie stick about 25 feet from the net. The referee saw it. That'll be a penalty.
It'll be Droz. Going off.
That'll pull the goaltender back in the net. That'll give the Komets a man advantage. 4-on-3.
So now the Nailers, they're going to take a timeout here.
Yeah. Regroup.
3:06 to go here in the third. The Komets 2, the Nailers nothing. And the Komets are taking their timeout. So Ben Boudreau wants to make sure everything is set up here as the Komets will go on a power play.
Well, I think they got to emphasize it's for 5-on-3. We got a 2-goal lead with 3 minutes to go. We don't have to get crazy where we get trapped and have a shorthanded goal against us. So that's the danger part about it. So keep your heads up, guys. 1, maybe 2 men in forechecking, but make sure your defense, your 2 players are back deep.
Komets 2 power play goals tonight. They both came in the first period. One from Brett McKenzie, the other from Brady Shaw.
Jinx and Sidlowski, I imagine, up front.
Face-off will be to the right of Ruby. Now the Nailers, a little tardy coming back out on the ice. So it's a 4-on-3, and if the Nailers can get the puck in the Komet zone, expect Ruby to come out of the pipes.
They'll put Sidlowski back on the point. Wow, they're going with 4 forwards. Wow. That's not defensive hockey right there. That's offensive hockey. 4 forwards out there to 4-on-3. Komets.
Jenks up top. Here's Sean Sidlowski to the blue line. Over to Shaw. Shaw, top of the right circle, takes a shot. It is blocked. It goes into the corner. Up top to the blue line. Sean Sidlowski again. Cross ring pass onto the far side. Komets in the slot. Here is Shaw on the right dot. He'll switch spots. Comes up over St-Amant on the right boards. Takes a shot. It's blocked. And now it's going to come back over to Shaw. Here's a one-timer. Save made.
Rebound at the side of the net.
Was right there, and he couldn't knock it home. Puck was spinning on him. St-Amant into the corner. Far side.
It out. Back to the point.
To Sean Sidlowski to the blue line. Here's Sid back over to Jenks. Or that's St-Amant. Now Jenks returns it to St-Amant on the far dot. Back up top. Touch pass trying to go to Shaw. Shaw has got it here on the right side. Shaw wrists one. It's going to be deflected out of play.
2:16 are down to now.
We'll have a 5-on-4 coming up in 20 seconds.
Yeah. Defense will be out now for the last 20 seconds here.
.216 to go in the third. Komets 2, Wheeling nothing. And here is the face-off to the left. Jordan Ruby. Komets win the face-off. Morrison on the right side. Morrison cutting in. Has a man. Oh, he had McKenzie.
Yeah, McKenzie's fanned on it.
Goes up top of the blue line. Komets still on a power play. Galipeau. Over onto the far side. Cross ring. Shot. Morrison just missed it. Good looking play there. Galipeau now down low. It comes one man to beat over to Morrison. Tried to saucer it over him. Goes off his skate.
It's 5-on-4 right now.
And now the Nailers coming across the line. Drop pass. The Komets are there on defense. Ruby can't come out. Ruby is going to be caught in the hash marks. Here's Morrison with a man all over him. It goes right to the pads of Ruby, and he hangs on to it.
No penalty on it. Defenseman made a pretty good play to push Morrison a little bit to knock him off balance and gave him a chance to catch up to him. Otherwise, Morse was gone on a breakaway.
Now Ruby came out. He was past the hash marks. He was headed to the bench, and he had to retreat quickly.
Yeah.
And when Ruby played that puck, he was about 6 or 7 feet out of the net.
Minute and 38 seconds. Face-off is in the Nailers zone. And the Komets still have the power play for 32 seconds. 5-on-4, though. So they're trying to get the goaltender out. Komets got to keep the pressure on. Jenks taking the draw.
Jenks and Scarfo. Jenks, the guy you want in there. Missed drop there by the linesman. Now we'll get it right. And it goes on to the near side. Komets trying to scrum it up along the near boards, tying it up, trying to get the clock down. 1:30 left. And there's Boudens. Goes with it. Komets still on a power play here for 20 more seconds. Boudens on the far side to the blue line. Galipeau gives it back to Boudens. Boudens, St-Amant. Here's a wrister. Score! St-Amant, his 12th of the season. And it's 3-0 Komets.
Yep, they moved the puck. They were very patient. A little give and go at the blue line, and a nice little pass to St-Amant, who was on the right wing. He had the wide open, him and the goaltender. I think he shot it right between the legs. Another power play. 3 power play goals for the game.
Sean St-Amant stays hot. He had 2 last night. And gets the 3rd one here tonight for the Komets.
18:41, that one came at.
Right between the legs of Jordan Ruby, and we've got 1:19 to go in the 3rd. And the Nailers have got the puck. Goes along the near side, pumped into the Komet zone. Cole Kehler is there. He tries to clear it himself. No, Hawkins will trap it, and it goes over onto the far side. Here is Ross with it. Ross onto the far boards. He will shoot it on Ruby, and he'll glove it down, and he'll keep it there. 1:03 to go here in the 3rd. 3-0 Komets.
3 power play goals.
Boudens and Galipeau with the helpers.
Yep. St-Amant's 12th goal of the season. He's on a bit of a streak right now. Boudens and Galipeau get the assist.
Face off to the right of Jordan Ruby. Goes into the corner. The Nailers have got it.
Last minute of the play.
Komets send it back in on Ruby. Goes up along the far side. And the Nailers will get it to Brown. Brown zips it over onto the near side. And here is Hawkins. Hawkins sends it ahead onto the left wing. Now Hirono, he'll come across the line. Hirono runs into Petrozelli. The Komets are able to get it out with 39 seconds. Morrison with it. Morrison gets it over to Boudens. Łyszczarczyk, rather. He takes a shot.
Got deflected up and over.
Yes, and it goes out of play. 34.1 seconds to go in the 3rd.
Face-off will stay in the Nailers zone. As the Komets change up the lines again with 34 seconds. "32 shots on goal by the Komets so far, only 20 by the Nailers."
And here's Ruby in the face-off circle. Coming out top of the crease, and face-off comes out to the neutral zone. Here is Kratzenbergs. He'll bring it into the Komet zone, into the corner. 24.4 seconds left, and now comes along the near side. Komets get it. It is McKenzie being pursued by Kratzenbergs, down to 14 seconds. And the Komets have it on the far side. Oh, they cough it up. And now Cam Brown gets it into the corner. Now the Komets get it back, down to 6 seconds to play. And now the Komets have got it. We can start the countdown. 2 seconds. And the Komets win it! 3-0. The shutout for Cole Kehler. And the Komets, a big win here tonight in front of a big crowd on Bob Chase Memorial Game. It is the first Komet shutouts here at home since New Year's Eve 2017. And little Bob Chase magic here tonight. He is smiling down as the Komets get a hard-fought win, 3-0, 3 power play goals and a shutout. What a night.
Exactly. They outshoot them 9-5 in the period. Important. They get the 3rd power play of the night, get the 1 goal that they need to put the icing on it, a 3-0 victory. A couple of big, huge saves in the 3rd period by Cole Kehler to keep the Komets on the shutouts track that they were on. But Wheeling come after them pretty hard. Without those 2 big saves, I think it would have been a little tighter with the way it was. But good game all around. After the long bus trip and everything by both teams gave us 100%. Good skating game all the way through. I thought the Komets' forechecking was the difference in the game. They really put the pressure on the Wheeling defense and were able to get the goals when they need them. All 3 on power play goals.
Komets win it tonight on a special night here at the Coliseum. 3-0. We'll take a break, come back and wrap it up. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Whoa Whoa.
Aaron's has